All right. Live stream is up. All right. Game is getting ready to start. We still got about, a little over 10 minutes. Yeah. All right. So here we go. We still got a little over 10 minutes to go before the game. But here we go, man. This is Monday Night Football. It's against the motherfucking Pittsburgh Steelers. What's going on, dude? I'm excited, even though like it's hard sometimes to be excited, but like I expect like it to be a loss at the end of the day. I hope they can like have some fight in them and keep them going. I hope like Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't have like a complete meltdown. We'll see. But I'm excited though. I'm looking forward to it. It's our only, primetime game of the season, which is cool. So it's cool to see it on a different day. Although we'll go back to, for me, all the games are pretty much in the morning, which actually is kind of nice because then I get the rest of the day on Sunday to like do stuff. But anyway, so real quick, let's talk about the inactives. So for this game, Rashad Jones, running back, Myles Gaskin, center, Daniel Kilgore, tackles, Keaton Sutherland and Andrew Donnell, wide receiver, Isaiah Ford, and defensive end, Avery Moss are inactive. So Xavier Howard is going to be playing in this game. Xavier Howard is coming back. And then as we know, Drake got traded to the Cardinals. So that's that. Yeah, man. I don't know this defense, this Steelers defense, man. They're really physical. They're really aggressive, and they're getting better and better. And they've got a ton of turnovers. Also, too, man. Yeah, that's a thing that like not a lot of people are actually talking about. If the Steelers do win this game, which almost everybody expects them to win this game, that'll put them at 3-4. Okay, so they obviously still need, to get back to 500, but they don't have a very difficult schedule going down the rest of the stretch into the second half of the season. So let's see, they go after us, they have the Colts, okay, and then the Rams. Those are two decent teams. The Browns, they got the Browns after that, who aren't doing so hot. Then the Bengals, then the Browns again, then the Cardinals, who are, okay, they're kind of on the same level as the Steelers. Then they have the Bills, which is a decent team, but then they have the Jets, obviously not doing hot, and then the Ravens. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those games should be pretty winnable by them. So that puts them at like 7 wins. If they can sneak out, 1 or 2 other wins in there, they actually could potentially sneak into the playoffs. And if the Steelers ended up getting like a 6th round or the 6th seed, even if it was just the 6th seed, right? If the Steelers end up managing to get into the playoffs after making a run, then that hurts the number 1 pick or the 1st round pick that we get from the Steelers. So that is a potential. Now, they don't have a lot of room for error, obviously being 2-4 currently. They would be 3-4 after this game if they win. So, we'll see what happens. And this is a game though that like even the 0-16ers, the people who want us to go 0-16, this is actually a game like you could like legitimately root for the team because it won't really hurt our draft status. It'll be like very little. So, but if you guys follow me or whatever, you guys know that I just want us to win just because that's what you do. That's the whole point, is to win. I just want to win. That's it. Period. So I hope they can. I hope they can pull some shit out tonight, man. At the very least, I'm just really hoping that they can keep it close. I just don't want to get embarrassed, and then because it'll be, yeah, and then because it'll be bad. Like if we get embarrassed tonight, especially if like, so look, a lot of people, the Bills game last week, right? Like a lot of people, like I watched, and I don't mean to pick on Doug. I really do like Doug. I know I pick on Doug a lot, but I do like Doug. I think he's a good-hearted dude and everything. He means well. He's just, I feel a little naive. But anyway, so Doug was saying about the Bills game last week, right? He was saying about how like our defense did such a good job early on holding them to just field goals. But I'm sitting there like, dude, are we like watching the same game? Because it wasn't the defense that stopped them. If you look at the reasons why their first 3 drives stalled and ended up in field goals, the Bills offense was moving on our defense the entire time with relative ease. They got down into the red zone with relative ease each time. The problem is they shot themselves in the foot. They had a couple costly penalties, some drop passes, and that's what ended up doing them in those first 3 drives. If that wasn't the case, they easily could have been up 21-0 in that game, and it could have been like just mayhem for us after that, potentially. Oh, also, Xavier Howard's in this game, but Robert Kimdiche is also going to be playing. So they did activate him off the PUP list, and he's going to be playing. But anyway, so my point, though, is that, the Steelers defense is aggressive. They're physical. They're stout. If they get, if they hold our offense, if they get to, Fitzpatrick, if they cause some turnovers, which they're really good at, then if their offense subsequently can, do the same thing that the Bills did, just minus the personal mistakes, and actually put touchdowns on the board, then there is a potential that this game could get out of hand too. But obviously the Steelers don't have Big Ben anymore for the season anyway, because he's out. Mason Rudolph is coming back for this game, so we'll see how that goes. In fact, Rudolph says even though he sat out Fitz is interesting, man. I mean, but yeah, so Mason Rudolph, they don't have Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown, but they do still have a few playmakers, Juju Smith-Schuster, who I imagine, so Xavier Howard is back in this game, right? He is active. So the smart thing to do would be to put Xavier Howard on Juju Smith-Schuster, because he's really the only real receiver that they have. I mean, they have some other ones that they're kind of young guys and stuff like that or whatever. But he's, Dante Moncrief, but he hasn't really done a whole lot. So, put X on Smith-Schuster, take him away in this game, and then force the other receivers and Mason Rudolph to prove themselves. Now, I mean, our secondary is pretty hurt. Rashad Jones isn't here. And I can't remember what the stats are, but to this point, we're giving up, I think still through all the games we've played, through the 6 games we played, I'm pretty sure we're still giving up over a 100 quarterback rating in the past game. Last time I checked, I think it was a little over 100 quarterback rating, or maybe it was just under. Maybe it was like 98, something like that. Anyway, still, I mean, not great though, So we'll see. We got like 4 or 5 minutes left before the game starts. See, and it's funny. That's the thing. Yeah, we need takeaways. We're one of the worst teams in the league at takeaways. But the Steelers are one of the best teams in the league at takeaways. I predicted in my my prediction video that Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to end up getting an interception off of Ryan Fitzpatrick. A little Fitzpatrick on Fitzpatrick crime is going to take place tonight. And from a Dolphins fan perspective, I hope that doesn't happen because I want to see us perform well. But from a Minkah Fitzpatrick fan perspective, I want to see him do good. So, and overall in this game, I don't want that to happen because even if I like other players or whatever and want them to do well, obviously I don't want them to do well against us. But it really doesn't even matter about what I want. I have a feeling it's going to happen because Ryan Fitzpatrick had a good quarter when he came in against the Redskins. He played pretty well overall. He had a pretty good game overall against the Bills, but he did not play spectacular. And so, I'm kind of expecting Ryan Fitzpatrick to have a fall back down to earth and have a mistake. And even if he doesn't throw like 3 interceptions, I'm pretty sure he's going to throw 1 at some point in this game. And it's probably going to go right into the hands of Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's going to seize an opportunity and be like, yep, this is what you're missing out on. By the way, and to the comments about Minkah getting burned, the only reason why Minkah ever really got burned was because he was being used in positions that don't fit his skill set or his body frame. Like Brian Flores wanted him to work as a linebacker and a strong safety. Strong safety a little bit if it's you can have him as the strong safety, but it depends on the package that you're in, right? Like if the strong safety is actually supposed to be like up at the line of scrimmage like Rashad Jones is in run support, then you want Rashad Jones playing strong safety. But if the strong safety on whatever the play call is going to be roaming in the backfield somewhere, then you might be able to be in the strong safety position. But he's a free safety. Minkah Fitzpatrick is a free safety, right? He's also really good at slot corner, and he played a lot of that in college as well. The 2 positions he played the most in college were free safety and slot safety. He also did play some boundary corner. Now, in his first year with the Dolphins, Adam Gase did also use him on the boundary a bit, which I did think was probably a little too much, but I understood it because we didn't really have anybody to pair opposite of Xavier Howard. So we needed somebody on that other corner spot, and he was the best option, at different times. So I did understand it. But then, coming into this season, okay, fine. If you want him to be versatile because he is and he can do a few different things, don't add more to that by saying, okay, well, now you're also going to then throw in strong safety into your rotation. But then on top of that, you're also going to throw in the 3 linebacker roles and have to know all those and everything and be able to interchange in that way as well. That's just ridiculous. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's too much. And rightfully so, he was upset with being used in that way. Okay, so we are receiving the ball to start the game. It's a short kick. Jakeem Grant has it, and he didn't get very far. And here comes Fitzpatrick. I have to tonight. Normally I watch the games on like NFL Sunday Ticket, but since it's not on Sunday, I have to do something else. So I'm watching it on Yahoo Sports on my phone. Yeah. So, but anyway, so the game is starting. Ryan Fitzpatrick is coming out to lead this offense. Let's see what happens, man. Here we go. Like a 2-yard run. Yep, Kalen Balaj got like a 2-yard run. Oh, Jesus. All right. I hope they can give me some excitement, man. Last week I actually did get excited a bit, man, because the guys did seem to be playing hard on the field, but back to pass. Nope, incomplete. 3rd and 8. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So it's 3rd and 8. Let's see if they can convert this. Come on, baby. Let's get a first down. Big old Mike Gesicki or something. Preston Williams. Somebody. Come on. 3rd and 8, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. And under pressure. And it's incomplete. 4th and 8, we're going to punt. Well, 3 and out on our first drive, so not the greatest start. Ryan Fitzpatrick was under pressure. They got pressure up the middle. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. The offensive line, I don't think they're if the first few plays are any indication, we'll give them a little bit more time, but if the first few plays are any indication, then that offensive line looks like they might be having a long day. Ooh. Got close to blocking the punt. It was a good punt, though. It was a great punt. Okay. Nice. That was inside the 20. So cool. They're at the 19-yard line. So let's see. Here comes Mason Rudolph and this Steelers offense. Let's see what they do. Let's see how our defense does. Because that's the thing. Our defense did not play that great last week against the Bills, and certainly not in the first few series that the Bills were on offense. They were moving the ball on us all day long. It was their own mistakes that caused them to get field goals in those first 3 drives, not us. So, all right, baby, come on. Defense. Come on, baby. James Conner, nice. Decent run stop there. It was a good run stop. He got maybe a yard. Okay. That's good. That's the first thing. If they're going to test us on the ground, we got to obviously make sure we don't give them much. It's just one play, but that was a good one. One play at a time, right? One play at a time. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, penalty. I think it's a false start. Yep, false start. Okay. So 2nd down. But let's, see, that's the thing. So let's keep it in context. So that's a mistake on the Steelers, right? But that pushes them back. So now let's see what our defense does with that, right? So now it's 2nd and 14. Does our defense hold tough, or does our defense give up 9-10 yards and give them a 3rd and short? O-line and defense are evolving. No pressure. And it was intercepted. Xavier Howard, baby. That's my boy. Nice. And we got great field position. So that's it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But that was it. To be fair, well, full context, that was kind of a dumb throw. Xavier Howard was all over his receiver. There's no it was, yeah, he just totally tossed that one up. So that was kind of more on Mason Rudolph, but Good on X for blanketing his receiver. But you expect that. That's the thing, right? And he was on Smith-Schuster. So that's exactly what you want. Boom. But that was totally airmailed right to Xavier Howard's hands. But so let's see what this offense does with it. I think they got maybe a yard on this first run. But we have great field position. That interception gives us amazing field position. Let's see what they're able to do with it. Let's see if they're able to turn that into anything. Oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick under pressure. Oh, there you go. Jakeem Grant, right? Yeah, baby. There you go. Little Ryan Fitzpatrick handled himself well. He stepped up. He got mushed at the end of it, but he stepped up. He delivered a nice pass to Jakeem Grant, and now we're down to like the 7-yard line, 8-yard line, 8-yard line. Come on, boys, punch this in. Let's get some points. Oh, Wildcat, Kalen Ballage, and he gets like 3. Come on, boys. Make me proud. Make me proud. Punch this in. I want to see a W. Fuck the bullshit. I want to see a win. Come on. Watch my cousin, James Washington. All righty. What does he play? What's his position? I'm sorry, I don't know. Come on. Punch this in. Come on. No. God damn it. They had to burn the timeout. God damn it. Fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick. You can't get shit lined up fast enough or what? Damn. Yeah, they got so many kids, bruh. Oh, hell nah. They got 7 kids. Hell nah. That's too many for me. I want to have kids someday, but that's way too many. I'm good. Come on, boys. Let's get on the board. Come on. Let's take advantage of that fucking gift. You don't look like a bandwagon. Granted, this one kid is a bandwagon. He doesn't even know the Patriots back. He only likes the Pats because they're a 7-0 bandwagon. All right. Yes! Albert Wilson touchdown! Yes. Nice. Hell yeah. Dolphins up 6, baby. Let's go. That was nice. That's what's up. So again, though, full context. The Steelers on their first drive shot themselves in the foot there a little bit, a lot of it, really, with the penalty, first of all, right? The false start penalty that backed them up 5 yards. But then Mason Rudolph just airmailed an interception to Xavier Howard. Credit to Xavier Howard for blanketing the wide receiver. He was all over him. Even to be completely fair, he was just on the edge of his 5 yards making contact. If he would have held his contact on Smith-Schuster any longer, they probably could have called the penalty on it. But X is a beast, and he knows how to work his technique. And so I expect, that's why I said at the beginning, they need to put X on Smith-Schuster, take away Smith-Schuster. And they did that. And I don't know. I'll have to see the replay again. But when I did look at the replay, I didn't notice it all in the like bang bang. But in the replay, it kind of looked like Mason Rudolph tried to like Patrick Mahomes it and like not even look, because it didn't look like, because he was looking to the left and then it didn't look like he turned his head back around when he went to throw the ball. Because if he saw what was going on, he should have seen that Xavier Howard was all over him. So he kind of just airmailed the ball right to him. So, you know, credit to Xavier Howard for blanketing Smith-Schuster, and credit to the Dolphins for taking advantage of that and putting 6 on the board. But full context, we were helped out by mistakes of the Steelers along the way. You guys might win. Steelers are the weirdest team ever. See, the thing is, though, is up to this point, there seems to be a lot of convincing evidence that our coaching staff is literally trying to make us lose. And I mean, we'll see how this goes, right? So in the first 4 games that we played, it wasn't anywhere near competitive. There were still some questionable decisions in that time period, but we weren't anywhere near competitive. But in the 2 games that we were competitive against the Redskins and the Bills, I would say that there is ample evidence to suggest that the coaching staff made decisions that put the team in the worst position with the worst odds of success intentionally, so that way we would fail. You know, so we'll see what happens. If we come out and we end up being competitive, let's see if this coaching staff makes yet another questionable decision. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if people talk shit. Hell yeah, baby. 7-0. But now let's see how this. So let's.
Illegal formation by the kicking team, number 34.
Huh.
Was not lined up within 1 yard of the kicker's restraining line.
So penalty on us, illegal formation on the kick.
Pittsburgh's ball, first down.
They get the ball with some extra yardage. So in my preview video to this game, I said that I think the key to this game on whether or not it's going to be close or like a blowout or whatever, or even if we could end up winning, I said that the key to this game was probably going to end up being the Steelers' offense and how well they played. Because I think the Steelers' defense is going to do their job. It's how well is the Steelers' offense going to play. And so far, with that penalty, the false start penalty and the costly interception, not so good. Let's see what they do now. Oh, James Conner eating us up. Big run. Nope, see? But there you go. If shit like that happens, first run on the next drive, and he just got like 40 yards. 30, 40 yards. So that's what I'm talking about. They're going to – that's nasty. You guys should fire your head coach and get a new one. You got a great bunch of players. Well, the thing is, first of all, as far as the players go, I don't blame the players at all. Let's be clear about what's going on in Miami. But the fact of the matter is that the entire regime, starting with our owner and then our front office, not much on that run play, actually a -1 it looks like. But our owner, Stephen Ross, our front office, and our coaching staff has completely dismantled this team, gotten rid of almost all discernible talent, leadership, production, all of that stuff. And do I not want Brian Flores in this coaching staff to continue coaching this team? Sure. But really, my biggest thing is Brian Flores is really more of a symptom of Stephen Ross. And, I mean, couldn't be any more clear. Oh, nice. Batted down at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 11. But so there couldn't be any more clear evidence to that than Stephen Ross, making it very clear that he wanted to tank this season. He told Adam Gase, I want you to tank this season to get a quarterback. He said no. Adam Gase is no longer here. Brian Flores comes in, and there were reports that it was a major point of concern for Stephen Ross when looking for a new head coach, that they were willing to tank this season for a quarterback. And Brian Flores and the front office of Chris Greer, Marvin Allen, Reggie McKenzie have clearly acquiesced. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't give it to him. Is that a penalty on us? Oh, I think we're going to give it to him. God damn it. Illegal hands. God damn it. Illegal hands to the face on us. We actually got, well, it took a few seconds to get pressure. Mason Rudolph had a little bit of time in the pocket, but then we actually did start getting pressure because we had decent coverage downfield, and then he had to check it off to Vance McDonald. He ended up picking up like 3, 4, maybe 5 yards, and then we end up fucking giving him a first down and yardage off of a fucking shit penalty. I mean, it was a good call, but nope, out of bounds. Nice commentating. Thanks. I do my best. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Steelers, where are they? They're on the Dolphins, like 30-something. 30-something. It's 2nd and 10. Come on, D. Oh, no, they're on the Dolphins' 41-yard line, 2nd and 10. Pass play. Another fucking flag, though. God damn it. And it's going to be on us. Or no, actually, it might be on the Steelers. And that sucks because that was it ended up being like a 12-yard gain. I think it's a holding call, though. Let's see what this penalty is. Yeah, if anyone here who's been following me for a while, I've been like super sick with the officiating, and I've been saying for the past several years that the officiating is garbage. But at this point, honestly, 2 offensive penalties, 1 offense. Holding and pass interference. We accepted the holding penalty. It's like 10 yards. Cool.
Looking inside here, number 56, Devon Gottschalk. Watch him. He's going to penetrate and come inside.
Yeah.
Watch him grab the back right there. He grabs the back. This is going to be a screen play. That's a really alert play by defensive lineman. Grabbing the back, helping his defense out. Come on, baby.
All right, we got to take advantage of this. What is it? It's 2nd and 20 now. After that penalty. Come on, D. 2nd and 20. So now they're at their own 49-yard line. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's going deep. Oh! It was picked. Right? That's what they called. Yeah, hell yeah. And Ryan Lewis. I think that's his name. Ryan Lewis got the interception. It was really weird, though. It looked like the receiver actually got it. Hang on. They're playing the replay. It bounced off his hands. Oh, I see. The receiver. Oh, was he? Oh, no, he stepped out. He definitely stepped out. I was going to say the player ran it all the way to the end zone just in case, but he definitely stepped out. But it was an interception for sure. It looked like the ball, like the receiver had it. I thought the receiver caught the ball at first. I was about to get upset because that was a deep, like that was like 30-yard pass. It looked like it was going to be good. And but the receiver he didn't help his quarterback out, man. He dropped it. The ball falls right into the defender's hands. But so again, though, to be totally clear, right? Because after this game, dude, look, I guarantee that after this game, even if we end up, even if it totally changes and the Steelers win and stuff, which is expected, whatever, after this game, people are going to portray those interceptions as if it was like some amazing thing that our defense did. But it wasn't. Look, again, Xavier Howard gets credit for blanketing Smith-Schuster and being in the right place. But that ball got intercepted not because or not just because Xavier Howard did his job, but also because Mason Rudolph just threw a stupid ball. Like, if he was, if he saw the field and if he saw the receiver he was throwing to, then he would have known, he would have seen that his receiver was completely covered and that Xavier Howard was step for step and in front of where the ball was coming. So, and in that case, I mean, that's just a lucky break for us. That easily could have been an incompleted pass. And then, whatever, right? So super easy. That could have been an incompleted pass. It just so happened to fall right into Lewis's hands. So, if other people start making it seem, but I know it'll happen, right? Regardless of what the outcome of this game is going to be, there's going to be people that are framing it like, oh yeah, he just made the most amazing play on the ball and he like totally boxed out the receiver and one hand grabbed that shit with like just his pinky. And like, okay, dude, like, come on. Like, it's going to be crazy because that's not what happened. But people will say that. Oh, and look, it's not even an interception because apparently it's 3rd and 20, and they got like 17 of it back, 16. So it wasn't even an interception when it's all said and done. Oh, because he didn't have control of it when he stepped out initially. His toe just barely went out of bounds. So see, there you go. All right, so it's 4th and 6, so they got 14 of that back. Oh, they're going for it, though. They are on our side of the field, so they're on – this is interesting, though. They are on the 47-yard line of the Dolphins going for it. 4th and 6, decent pressure. Nice. It was incomplete. James Washington – oh, is that who – the one dude said to look out for? James Washington, yeah. So James Washington was the intended receiver, but that is not on James Washington. That was way behind James Washington. James Washington made a good athletic play on the ball, almost got his hand on it, but he had to like way back here to get it. So if Mason Rudolph put that in front of him, that should have been a long completion. So right now, this is actually more of a failure on the Steelers, right, than it is the Dolphins playing well. So full context here. That is important. All right. A decent little 6 or 7 yard gain to Preston Williams on 1st down. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see us win this game, but let's, for anybody who does, who reports on this or YouTube content creators, whatever we're called, we're supposed to be objective. And so the objective analysis of this is that the Steelers are beating themselves. We're not beating the Steelers right now at this point overall. Now we've done some good things. And again, credit to some of the guys for doing some good things, but they're beating themselves more than we are beating them right now. Having said that, I'm really enjoying the fact that we have a 7-0 lead in Heinz Field. But again, we also need to make sure that we're paying attention. If this game remains competitive, does this coaching staff make some questionable decision that costs us the game later on, like they have the past couple weeks? Oh, and I think that's a false start. What's the call? Yep, false start. False start on Evan Boehm. So that's a 5-yard penalty. Back us up. Yeah, Leonard Williams went to the Jets, traded him to the Giants, and obviously we traded Drake to the Cardinals. All right, let's see, baby. Come on. Come on, offense. Let's see if you got any, like, real life in you. This is actually, like, you know, decent. Oh, Mike Gesicki picks up, like, 4 yards. Maybe 5. 5 yards. Second down. Is it second? Second. Oh, yeah, because it was first down. We had the false start, which made it 1st and 10. So, or excuse me, 1st and 15. So now it's 2nd and 10 after a 5-yard gain from Mike Gesicki. Ryan Fitzpatrick to Mike Gesicki. And we are on the – oh! Mark Walton got drilled for a big loss, like 6 or 7 yards. Nah, see, that was nasty. Dude, I'm telling you, the Steelers' defense is going to do their part. This game and how close it is at the end, I feel, is going to come down to whether or not the Steelers' offense comes to play. And so far, that's been holding true. It's been the Steelers' offense that's been defeating the Steelers' team to this point. Bud Dupree just lit up Mark Walton. 3rd and 14 now. This defense is nasty, though. Uh-oh. Oh, Fitzpatrick. Oh, man, that's so close. Is it a first down? Yeah, baby, first down. That was so close. But that was good. See, that was credit to Ryan Fitzpatrick because there was pressure coming at him. But, I mean, as the game goes on, they can't keep this up. They are getting there was a decent little run lane for him that time. Although that was kind of risky, too. I was just looking at the replay. The cornerback was in a decent position on run play. Nice 8-yard gain on the next play. But the cornerback actually had decent coverage on Devontae Parker. It could have been, probably wouldn't have been an interception, but it could have been an incomplete pass deflected. All right, so it's going to be like 2nd and 3. And we are on their side of the field on the 35-yard line. Come on, offense. What are you going to do with it? Ooh, there you go. Ah. First down, though. That's good. Preston Williams almost broke free of that tackle to get some more, but that's all right. First down. Come on, guys. So this is a decent drive, right? The touchdown drive, we were in like super good field position. There wasn't a lot to it. Good on them. Credit to them for getting it, but nope. But again, the Steelers are beating themselves on offense. So that's an important piece of the context right now. The Steelers, oh, look, there's Minka Fitzpatrick, number 39. Come on, baby. Let's get this offense going, man. Come on, let's put up another score. Let's go up, man. Let's take a fucking 14-0 lead, baby. Come on. That would be unexpected now, wouldn't it? There you go, Preston Williams. Another 11 yards. But it's like quick slants and shit. Yeah, baby. See, look.
really get wrapped there by Williams. So here are the Dolphins up a touchdown.
Come on, baby. Mark Walton gets like 3 yards. Fitz starting strong. Yeah, I mean, they're doing all right, right? So the offense is performing all right so far. It's not spectacular by any means, but they're doing all right. They're moving the ball a bit. They've had some mistakes, but you know the Steelers' offense has helped us out a lot by not being very good to this point. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. 2nd and 8. Oh. Yes! Muscling in for another score, baby, to Allen Hurns. That's what I'm talking about. Get that shit. Yeah, that was pretty bad tackling, though. They had like 4 guys like had a chance. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 guys had a chance at him. Yeah, baby. Yeah, they're trying to get turnovers too much. Fuck yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 14-0. That's what I'm talking about. Whew. Got a little reason for some excitement going, in the first. How long's the game been on? Like 7 minutes or whatever? 8 minutes of playtime? Longer than that? I don't know. I don't know where it is. Got some excitement, though, man. Fucking 14-0. Xavier Howard got an interception. Even if it was airmailed to him. But yeah, that's the thing, right? So last week when the Bills, right? When the Bills last week when the Bills shot themselves in the foot on their first 3 drives, right? Because that's what happened. Last week the Bills shot themselves in the foot with penalties and drop passes on their first 3 drives, and that's what caused them, to have 3 consecutive field goals. It wasn't our defense. They were moving on our defense all day in that regard, right? And so, if it wasn't for their mistakes, it could have been a lot worse. It could have ended up being 21-0 at that point, as opposed to 9-0. Now in this game, we are up 14-0 at this moment, in large part because of the very bad mistakes of Mason Rudolph coming back in his first game from that concussion. So full context. But again, also good credit to Xavier Howard for blanketing his wide receiver. And then, the negative credit to Mason Rudolph for airmailing an interception right to him when he clearly didn't recognize that his receiver was not even close to being open. Let's go. I'm not going to lie. I'm forgetting how terrible our season is going for now. Yeah, man. Hey, we got a little excitement going into this. I mean, at this point, I still do expect things to balance out and the Steelers end up winning and so on and so forth. But right now, man, we got some excitement. It's the first quarter. We're up 14-0 in Heinz Field. That's beautiful. Yeah, baby. All right, here we go. On the ensuing kick, it's an all right return to like the 23-24. I know, man. I hear you. But at least you're not, a Dolphins fan right now. Nah, man, look, I mean, Mason Rudolph, he just needs to calm down. And if he does, and he starts getting this offense rolling, then,
Let's go check on Switzer. Take a quick timeout.
Your returner, Switzer, is shaken up. But if Mason Rudolph just calms down, if he gets his shit together and starts just like, maybe take what the defense is giving you. If he just does that and he starts getting into a rhythm, I think you guys stand a chance for sure to get this thing balanced back out or whatever. It's still really early, whatever. So we'll see what he does from here. But again, I predicted, or I said that going into this game, the outcome will be very much heavily dependent on how the Steelers offense plays. Because I think that, the Steelers defense isn't playing bad. We're moving the ball a bit, which is nice to see out of our offense. But they have solid coverage and stuff. They're getting pressure on Fitzpatrick. And if they can maintain that, and if the offense, if they don't have to stay on the field the entire game and get worn out, and if your offense, helps them out a little bit, then I would venture to guess at this point you guys should still come back and end up getting the victory. But he's gotta calm down in a hurry. I appreciate it. I like to make sure I base all my analysis and evaluation in the facts. Like truly, like it needs to be objective. That's important. I want to make sure that there's full context. Everybody has the 100% full context. That's why, like, I stress in that moment, when Xavier Howard got that pick, I stressed it then, I'll stress it now, I'll stress it in my post-game video, right? That credit to Xavier Howard, blanketed his receiver. But it was Mason Rudolph's mistake and, his fault as a quarterback for not recognizing that his receiver was, totally covered and just airmailed an interception to him. That's like back in the game against the Cowboys, the Dolphins, when we played the Cowboys, Bobby McCain got an interception off of Dak Prescott, but he just airmailed it to him. Like it was, that was more the mistake of Dak Prescott than it was but again, credit to Bobby McCain for being in the right place. But yeah. Let's see. So they got the Steelers ran it on first down, got 2 or 3 yards. I need to be on Fox. I assume you mean Fox Sports. I appreciate that. Probably not the place that I would prefer to go to if I was going to, I don't know, be a sportscaster. I assume that's what you're getting at, that I should be a sportscaster on Fox Sports. I'd probably want to go someplace else personally, but thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, that was interesting. Mason Rudolph, he went to give James Conner the handoff and he slipped and kind of flicked it to him as he was going down to the ground. And but it ended up being a 11-yard run. So it worked out. Oh no, he didn't even flick it to him. He still managed to get it right in his breadbasket, but but Jesus Christ, it was funny looking. But good, at least I need to plug my phone in so it doesn't die in the middle of this game. But see, there you go. The running game, we're still giving up over 160 yards per game on the ground. And so use that running game. Get Mason Rudolph comfortable. Get him some easy, comfortable passes that aren't too risky. He's not really known for chucking it downfield anyway. Use James Conner. He's a versatile running back, right? Run the offense through James Conner and then, get some play action in there, get a little bit of, obviously you can't be one-dimensional, but, as it stands right now, Raekwon McMillan, our middle linebacker, is leads the NFL in run defense amongst all linebackers. So that is one bright spot for the Dolphins too, that I actually haven't mentioned yet. I don't think I retweeted the statistics, but I don't think I actually mentioned it in any videos. Our Dolphins defense getting pressure or giving confusing looks? I mean, there's been no sacks yet from either team. As far as pressure goes by the Dolphins defense, it's okay. I mean, Mason, I don't know, because like some of Mason Rudolph's mistakes are just like he's like hurrying himself. I feel like it kind of seems like he's rushing himself and not like taking the time that's given to him to evaluate what's going on and so on and so forth. Because the pressure hasn't been tremendous. It's been okay. I mean, they've been pushing the offensive line back a little bit, and they've been collapsing the pocket a little bit and stuff. I don't think they've gotten too many hits yet. I haven't. It's hard to keep track of all that stuff, but especially like the hits and hurries. I'll be right back. All right, baby. Yeah, bright spot. Well, bright spot for us right now in this game is we're up 14-0. We need to get rid of Tomlinson, looking for a coaching job. Are you asking me if I'm looking for a coaching job? Oh, Jesus Christ. That is a hell of a compliment. I don't know that I have anywhere near enough knowledge of football to be a NFL coach, but thank you. Yeah, baby. Good coverage on Schuster from Howard. And Schuster's getting a little frustrated. But see, that's exactly what they should be doing, is making sure that Howard stays on Schuster. Yeah, baby. Oh, no, you know what? Howard it was so close, dude. That Howard interception, I mean, he's so good at that, though. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to my live stream. Ooh! Oh, what the fuck? Somehow he got that off to James Conner. That was about to be a fucking sack, but it looks like a penalty on the Steelers probably. Oh, no, that's on us. Illegal use of hands to the face again on us. That's the second time that's happened. Mason Rudolph somehow got this ball off to James Conner. I don't know how. That should have been a fucking sack right there, but that ended up being a first down. That was a great play by Rudolph, because there was pressure. There was a lot of good pressure. Man, that was impressive. That was really impressive. We will take Tomlinson. Yeah, I mean, no, I like Mike Tomlinson as a coach, but Benny Snell with a decent run to the outside, about 5-6 yards maybe. How are you losing? You're losing to us because your offense is, well, up to this point, your offense was giving us the game. Mason Rudolph made some very costly mistakes that he shouldn't have. It's more because of your offense than it is our defense. There's some credit to be had on the defensive side of the ball for the Dolphins for sure, but it's more of a product of the mistakes by Mason Rudolph and a drop pass or two as well. All right, so it was a second down run, no gain. It's now third and 6 or 7-ish. Come on, D. And see, look, man, we can actually – it's 3rd and 5 now. So we can actually pin our ears back a little bit. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, nice. No, I think it was Taco Charlton, wasn't it? Or was it? I don't know. He's celebrating. Either way, that was some good pressure by the Dolphins defense again. Let's see who it was. No, it was Baker. Baker got around to fucking he came around the edge on a linebacker blitz, got around. He didn't get the sack. Well, I don't know if that counts as a sack. It might, but it was a strip. He stripped the ball. They ended up recovering it, but it was a loss of like a bunch. Oh, Jakeem Grant doing some tricky Bazicki shit. Oh, breaking some tackles. Oh, but there's a flag. God damn it. Yeah, baby. Come on. Let's do this. Let's get this fucking W. I'm liking it. So, what is this flag? Come on. There have been so many flags already.
There is no foul for an illegal block in the back.
Okay, no foul.
It was during the return. That block is legal. It's Miami's ball, first down.
Okay, whatever. So they're picking up the flag. All right, whatever. I'll take that. If we score here, it's over. Well, I wouldn't say that. There's still a lot of game to go, even if we manage to get another touchdown. But if we do get another score, if we do end up making it 21-0, I mean, it's still the first quarter. If that does happen, then I mean, who the fuck would have guessed that? Like, really? Look, I mean, overall, if you do, if you do look at it overall, there has been, it's little by little by little. And I guess at the end of the day, this is, that's what you want. But to give full credit, there has been, some steady progress over the course of the season from the beginning to where we are now. But again, we have to make sure that we're in full context, right? So like this game, the Steelers shot themselves in the foot quite a bit to start the game off, right? Mason Rudolph made some costly mistakes, gave us short field for that first touchdown, so on and so forth. Last week, the Bills, shot themselves in the foot a lot, so on and so forth. And then the coaching staff made some really questionable calls that I think cost us the game. But it was close, whatever. We were close against a bad team the week before. So, but while there's definitely credit to be given to the Dolphins and the coaching staff and so on and so forth for the progress that has been made, I hate when people like blow it up to be something bigger than it is. Is there some progress, and are there some guys now that are starting to emerge as like some bright spots potentially for the Dolphins going forward? Yes, particularly like in the linebacking group, right, with Jerome Baker and Aguavin, although he's been pretty silent, pretty quiet actually since the preseason ended. But Raekwon McMillan, right? And then obviously Xavier Howard still is here. Mark Walton on offense, Gesicki on offense. Oh, nice little screen and nice for like 11, 12 yards. Little screen to Balaj. All right. Okay, see now look, Fitzpatrick's starting to get comfortable, which is cool. I just hope he doesn't get like fucking cocky. Come on, baby. Let's keep this going, boys. 1st and 10 on the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Ooh. That was a nice catch by Preston Williams, but Fitzpatrick needs to be careful. He doesn't want to get him killed. We have y'all's first-round pick. Yeah, I know. But I personally did not agree with trading away Minkah Fitzpatrick for a first-round pick. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what ends up happening with it. But that's the thing, though, is so – I mean, if you guys can turn this around, if you guys get this win and your schedule going down the stretch is not terrible, you guys could string together some wins, get to 7. Ooh, that was really dangerous. You guys could get to 7, 8, maybe 9 wins, depending. You would have to win this game, your game against the Bengals and the Jets, right? Stuff like that. But if you could swing one of those maybe more difficult games, then you guys could potentially maybe even sneak into the playoffs, in that 6th seed. And if that happened, then, that first-round pick would drop down into the 20s. It was like a 3 or 4 yard run there. It's now 3rd down. No tank this game. It affects the pick. Foot's on the gas. Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. That's another thing that needs to be taken into context or taken into consideration, rather, is that in this game, even if we actually win this game, it doesn't really even hurt our draft status, like, at all, considering the situation. But that also does depend on the Steelers, having like a top 5 pick as well. And Fitzpatrick is sacked. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage. It is now 4th and 6. Come on, boys. Yeah, they're punting. Okay. Matt Hawk punting away. It's on the 6-yard line. It looks like we pinned them down to the 6-yard line. But yeah, Mason Rudolph is 2 for 8, 23 yards and an interception. See, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why the Dolphins are winning 14-0 at this point, right? So if you look at it, we had on our first drive of the game on offense, we punted. We went 3 and out. On that drive, we just ended up having to punt. Our first touchdown, we got the ball. Well, first of all, the first touchdown came because Mason Rudolph airmailed an interception to Xavier Howard, which gave us the ball at like the 20-something yard line or whatever on the Steelers' side of the field. And then it was short. It was easy. But again, no credit for the Dolphins offense for putting it into the end zone. But it was a super short field. And then the second drive, though, that was a decent drive. They actually had like 60 to 70 something yards to push downfield, right? So that was a decent drive. But we'll see how, it's still very early in the game. And again, I think you're going to see this start to balance out. It just depends, man. It depends on how the Steelers offense comes out from here, man. They just need to settle the fuck down and what have you. But in the meantime, until they do, I'm going to enjoy the fact that we're winning 14-0 in Heinz Field on the road. I want this shit to continue, baby. I want to get a W. We had 2 weeks to be prepared for this game. Yeah, but I mean, don't be too hard, on your team or whatever, quite yet. Give them a little bit more time, man. It's still early. And I mean, this kind of thing happens a lot, right? It's like when you have a person who, all they live for is, their job, whatever their job is, right? When their life is their job, and then they like take a vacation and they go on vacation, they're like, man, I just don't know what to do with my life, right? Because I'm not working, right? Because I have like time off or whatever. Like you gotta give it some time. Oh, there we go though. But then again, that was a loss of like 2 or 3 yards on that play. Like I said, man, it's up to your offense right now. Definitely up to your offense right now. Because our offense is playing all right. They're playing okay. And the defense is playing okay. In his own end zone. Well, yeah, I mean, this is not good right now for the Steelers. Their offense is really, really hurting them. They're not able to do anything. Although our defense is especially those past couple plays, have had really good like coverage. So let's see what happens, Maine. It is 3rd and 11. So they didn't even really lose that much yardage. They're doing their little amoeba defense. Uh-oh. Oh, God damn it. First down. But see, there you go. That was Mason Rudolph being poised. He was in his own end zone, delivered a good ball on a Yeah, but I mean, if you look, man, honestly, it probably wouldn't have even mattered if Antonio Brown was on your team, because he probably wouldn't end up being in the league anyway right now. And there goes James Conner for like 8 or 9. But see, that's what I'm saying. You guys need to rely mostly on your running game right now. If you can continue the success that you're having in the run game, I mean, you guys got to be like, to this point, what, like 60 or so yards, 70 yards on the ground already. So if you keep that going and get Mason Rudolph just getting, whatever throws he can here and there, you guys should, you guys can like change the tide of this. But oh, there goes Connor for another 12 yards. James Conner's a fucking, yeah, I mean, that was good vision by Connor, realizing that it wasn't going where he wasn't going to have any room going where the play was designed to go. Cuts it up, gets like 10 yards. All right, so it's 1st and 10 on the Steelers 36. Dump off like 3 yards. 4 yards. But see, that's all right, right? Like, see, 4 yards there. Don't do anything too crazy. Don't, right? Like the one interception, he just pushed it into a place he shouldn't have thrown the ball. The other potential that one was just going to be super lucky, because the receiver dropped that and just right into it. Okay. Decent run stuff on that one. Got like a yard or so. Come on, boys. Let's get a stop. It's like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Come on, baby. Let's get a stop here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Let's go. Come on, baby. Can you please get a little more excited when Steelers move the ball? Well, there you go. Juju Smith-Schuster with a beautiful fucking catch on a perfectly delivered ball from Mason Rudolph. But see, look, there you go. That was Ryan Lewis on Smith-Schuster, though. If that was Xavier Howard, X probably would have fucking got that ball. He might have even fucking picked it. See, God damn it. I mean, I don't know that I can get like genuinely excited about it because I do want the Steelers to lose. I am objective and fair about this, but I do want the Steelers to lose. I want us to win this fucking game, man. Ooh. See, that was dangerous right there, but it ended up being an incomplete pass on 1st down. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Defense. It's 2nd and 10 now. Let's see what they got. See what our defense got. James Conner got like a yard. It's 3rd and 9. Come on, boys. Shit. Come on, defense. 3rd and 9, baby. Let's go. Come on. That amoeba shit again. A lot of pressure. Incomplete. Yeah, baby. There was a lot of pressure, but he still had enough time. His receiver just fell. Yep, Deontay Thompson just slipped at the top of his route. All right, so now they are going to kick. Chris Boswell is going for the 3, and it's good. It's good. So it is now 14-3 Dolphins lead. Yeah, baby. Hell yeah. See, this is actually, even though we definitely got helped out at the beginning of this game by Steeler mistakes, that is absolutely the case. But this is actually more exciting, though, than the Bills game was last week because, like, we're actually – the entire Dolphins team is playing well overall, which is nice and encouraging. And, like, it's exciting to actually see for once. We're up fucking 14-3 right now. It's fucking cool. I want to see some more. The only reason why I'm actually not more excited for this Dolphins lead and shit right now is just simply because of the fact that, you know, I expect him to find some way to shit it away. No, I just don't want to get too excited too early. Because there's still a lot of football left to play, so. Is that right? I was just dancing in general.
I'll be back.
I didn't even know that they had a dance. I know about their towels. The towels. I mean, my sister's a Steelers fan. So, there you go. Oh, man. All right, baby, let's go. Running backs average 2 yards a carry. Receivers average 10 yards a catch. Is that what we're at right now? Is that right? It's interesting. My sister is cool. Thank you. I like my sister too. She's pretty cool. Come on, baby. Come on. I really don't care about the draft picks. Because until they prove to me that they can properly evaluate and until they can pick correctly, and again, frankly, I don't agree with picking a quarterback in rounds 1 or 2. That was a good stop by the Steelers defense. We got like a yard on that run.
Everybody's got this thought out there, that phrase, the alliteration headline of taking for 2. You want to know who the best prospect in college football is? You and I say this every weekend, right? It's Chase Young, the defensive end from Ohio State.
Yeah, see, so they're talking about Chase Young right now, about being the best player in the draft. Honestly, I mean, I think that offensive and defensive line are where we need to address the most. Honestly, and you know what? So people actually have been asking me if I would take Chase Young with the first overall pick. And I've been saying that I would take an offensive lineman, but having said, I've been thinking about it a little bit more. I mean, it depends on how you actually rate, like how your big board lays out, right? Not necessarily how you rank each player at the separate positions, but how you rank all the players in the draft altogether. So, I mean, if we did end up getting like the first overall pick and then like a top 10 pick because of the Steelers, then I would say, yeah, take Chase Young with that first overall pick. And if we have another top 10 pick, then get an offensive lineman with that top 10 pick from the Steelers. So that's what I would do. I would take an offensive and defensive lineman in, either order, depending on how your big board falls. But Chase Young is it seems pretty unanimously there's a flag, pretty unanimously the like best player in the draft from like everybody that I've seen. And there's a penalty. Neutral zone infraction by TJ Watt. 5-yard penalty, but it gave us a first down because it was enough yardage to get it. Got to get more stud DBs. Yeah, we do. That's why. So this upcoming draft, personally, the way that I would do it is okay. So maybe I would take Chase Young with our first round pick, but then the second round pick that we have, the one from the Steelers, you get an offensive lineman, and then with the first round pick that we have from the Texans, which reasonably should be somewhere in the 20s because they should make it to the playoffs because they'll probably win their division. So with that pick, we should then, I would say, get a skill position player, whoever is at the top of your board. Skill position player would either be like wide receiver or running back on offense, or cornerback or safety on defense, something like that, right? So, like, if we came away out of this next draft with Chase Young and then one of the top offensive linemen and then one of the top first round skill position players, you know, depending on how their big board stacks up, I would be actually really all right with that. Part of the reason why I disagreed with the previous draft that they did was because, first of all, I thought the best way to handle it would have been to keep Ryan Tannehill, who is now starting for the Tennessee Titans and has won the past 2 games, right? Keep Laramie Tunsil, try and find a way to keep Jawan James, draft Garrett Bradbury, the center who's currently the center for the Vikings. Draft Garrett Bradbury in the first round. Do not trade for Josh Rosen, which now seems to be like a almost a near complete waste, or getting close to it, certainly with each passing week. Not trade for Josh Rosen. I would have taken a defensive lineman in round 2, and then I would have drafted quarterback Will Grier in round 3. And part of the reason why I disagreed with taking Christian Wilkins in the first round was because when we picked Christian Wilkins, there had already been a massive run on the defensive line talent. Like, you know, there was like 6 or 7 defensive linemen taken before, or something like that. Like half of the picks that came before us were defensive linemen. So they should have taken Garrett Bradbury, the best center and the best offensive lineman in that draft. So I don't really have confidence until they prove me wrong. I don't have confidence that this front office and this coaching staff are going to make the right decisions in the draft. It was like a 3 or 4 yard run. It is now second down and like 6 or 7. And it's our ball, 14-3. Well, I told you, man, you know, the reason why you guys are losing is because we're playing decent. The Dolphins are playing decent on both sides of the ball. And, you know, your offense has shot yourself in the foot pretty bad. So that's why. That's the short version. Oh, and that's intercepted by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Like I said, Minkah was going to get one. I told you. It was off a deflection, but Minkah was there. Damn, son. There it is. All right, see now. That was a mistake. It looked like that was on our receiver. I need to see that replay a couple more times to determine whether it was the receiver just didn't catch it or Ryan Fitzpatrick not putting it on the right mark. But it was a deflected pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Nick O'Leary that went right into the hands of Minkah Fitzpatrick. So there you have it. Minkah Fitzpatrick got an interception in this game, and I knew it was going to happen. So here's Mason Rudolph and the Steelers offense opportunity. They're on the 50-yard line. They need to take advantage of this to get back into this game. Decent pressure. He gets rid of it again somehow. 3 yards. Look, I will say Mason Rudolph is starting to show some poise back there, you know, hanging in that pocket. Come on, D. Up. There's a flag. Now you can do that little dance you were doing.
So if we got something on the offense here inside a minute, like a false start with that.
Look, I'm sorry, man. I mean, like I said, I can be objective in my analysis and stuff, but I'm not really gonna like cheer for like the excitement that you saw out of me right there. If I'm being real, it wasn't for you guys. That was a false start on you guys just now. It wasn't excitement for y'all. It was excitement for Minkah Fitzpatrick because I like Minkah, and I think we were exceptionally stupid for trading him. And so I'm super – and I did predict it. So it's cool that my prediction came true. But at the end of the day, I want the Dolphins to win. So that's what's most important to me. So the excitement, the flag was on the Steelers, and it was a false start. So, yeah, like that's why, like if Minkah Fitzpatrick would have got that interception as a Dolphin, my excitement would have been bigger because it would have been a Dolphins interception. Oi. Ooh. Nice. Xavier Howard making plays, baby. Yeah, he was a. That's what I'm saying. He was a Dolphin. That's why I'm excited for Minkah Fitzpatrick on that play because I like Minkah Fitzpatrick and he was drafted by the Dolphins. But see, there you go again. Mason Rudolph not. I mean, there was some decent pressure there, but Mason Rudolph just not putting the ball where he needs it. So it's now 3rd and 12 on the Steelers' 48-yard line. And now we have our little amoeba defense thing going on. Up. Still a first down, though, but there's a flag late. Juju Smith-Schuster with the first down reception, but let's see what the flag is.
They finally found a matchup they like. Number 25, Xavier Howard, has been on Smith-Schuster that time. Number 40, Nick Needham was on him.
Yeah, see, every time Xavier Howard is not on Smith-Schuster, and it was a defensive penalty, so on us, so it's a first down. But when Ryan Lewis and Nick Needham were on Smith-Schuster, he's made plays. When Xavier Howard is on Smith-Schuster, he's shut down. He's been shut down. See, they should be. See, that's a questionable decision to me. Wow. There's a late flag, but that was a beautiful catch. It might be an offensive pass interference, though. Yep. Offensive pass interference. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I say that's bullshit. The Steelers should challenge that. That's a bullshit call. That's a terrible pass interference call. Terrible. Mike Tomlin should throw the challenge flag. That was a really bad offensive pass interference call. He did not push. Oh, no, it has to come from upstairs because it's within 2 minutes. It is under further review, though. Nah, he didn't pull his arm. Not at all. That was not a pass interference. That was definitely not a pass interference. You got to be objective on that. Howard was in great position. Was on him. Totally on him. It was a 25-yard pass play from Mason Rudolph to Deontay Thompson, and he made a beautiful catch. But then they threw a late flag and said it was an offensive pass interference. But there's a lot of hand fighting between the two of them. I don't think that's enough. But it is the call on the field, so I don't think that's enough. That's just normal fucking fighting, man. He didn't push him at all. He didn't make any like. All he did was, fight his. He was just. But see, this is why though. This is why the NFL officiating is bad though, because the rules are so unclear and shit. I personally would say that's just football, man. If I'm being completely objective and honest. That was just a really nice play, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's see what they say. I mean, if they do call it back, though, I mean, I'll take it, because I want to see us win, man. Stands is called. I mean, that's the thing, though, right? So, undisputable evidence to overturn it. They didn't confirm the play on the call on the field because it's super unclear, man. All these fucking rules are just super unclear. Anyway, it's 1st and 20. We got more amoeba defense shit going on. They're floating around a lot. It hasn't worked great to this point. They were looking for a pass interference on us that time. But see, I mean, to me, that looked like just football again. Of course, now we have an injured player, so that's not good. Ken Webster's down. It looked like his ankle. Second and 20. Mason Rudolph gets away barely and throws it incomplete. Damn, that was good pressure. Come on, baby. 3rd and 20. Ken Webster is still on the ground. Something happened to his ankle. It like he rolled up on it when he was in coverage. God, man, so many injuries now. They're just piling up. They keep coming. Mostly on his damn defense. Come on, boys. Y'all playing pretty tough tonight. Let's go. You've been given some help by the Steelers and their mistakes, but so Flores calls a timeout, I assume, to I don't know why, though. There's 26 seconds left in the half. Why? I mean, it's 3rd and 20. Why, though? Just let the first half play out. Because if they end up dialing up the right play and get 20 yards or score a touchdown on this play, then that would be stupid, because then you gave them time to fucking talk it out. You gave them time to rest and get themselves composed. Why would you call a timeout right now? It's not like you're trying to ice a kicker or something. What are you doing? See, that's what I'm saying. Questionable shit like that. What is the reason for it?
Until we all get on the same page, we're going to continue to talk about this rule.
Yeah, see, the commentary in the game was just talking about how convoluted the rules are, and nobody's on the fucking same page. This damn motherfucking... And there it is, see? Touchdown! I fucking told you! Why would you call that timeout? Why? You just gave them the fucking... Oh, my God. See, that is a terrible decision by Brian Flores. For what reason? Okay, did I not just spell that out for you guys? Please Somebody acknowledge me right now. I need validation. Did I not just spell that out for you guys? Why would 26 seconds left in the half? They get the ball after the half. It's now about to be 10-14. Why would you call a timeout to let him draw up the perfect play? Why? Why would you do that? And then not only that, but did you see the defense? They started off with an amoeba defense where they're all floating around, and then they just all like drop back to prevent. There was no fucking rush. Oh, no, that's not true. I take that back. There was a little bit of a rush. But it was bad coverage. It was bad coverage on the back end. But I just spelled that shit out for you right before it happened. Why would you call that timeout and let them draw that shit up? Oh, my God. But see, okay, I'm also going to call this again, right? So hear me now, quote me later. Afterwards, a lot of people are going to talk about this and blame this on the players. People are going to blame this on the players. The other, I know some of y'all are Steelers fans in here, but the other Dolphins YouTubers, some of them in particular, I'm not going to name any names right now, but some of them in particular are going to blame the players for that. That is not on the fucking players. That is on the coaching staff. There was no reason to call a timeout there and give them time to rest, give them time to draw up the perfect fucking play. And then, I mean, like, bruh, are you serious right now? Like, that's a fucking joke. Nah, see, that's Brian Flores, bro. That is on fucking Brian Flores. But I guarantee you, other people are gonna be like, nope, that was on the fucking players. It's their fault. Nah, the Dolphins have actually been playing pretty well overall. That was totally on fucking Brian Flores. And, you know, there'll be people that will argue, well, you know, oh, who cares? The timeout, that doesn't matter. What does it matter? Because they were coming up to the line of scrimmage. They had a play, right? I find it inconceivable that they ran the exact – and in fact, the lineup was different. They lined up differently, so the play was definitely different. They changed the play, right? So they had a play. They were ready to run it. There was 26 seconds left on the fucking clock. And then they just knelt it. They didn't even try. They just knelt the ball. Bruh, I mean, look, if you're a decent team and you think you might be able to hold them off, you know, coming into the second half, the Steelers get the ball coming out of the second half. If you thought you could hold them off and maybe win the game, you know, in a close game like that, and you've proven to be able to do those things, maybe you would kneel the ball and take it into the second half. But why not at least take one shot? I mean, you literally just gave them a Hail Mary-esque play to end the half, and you're not even going to attempt to try one yourself? Like, come on, man. Like, that's wild. I honestly don't even know specifically what dance you're talking about. I don't remember what I did. I mean, I think I did like a shimmy or something, right? I don't know. Man. But god damn it. And I spelled that shit out for you. I spelled that shit out for y'all. When he called that timeout, I'm like, why would you do that? 26 seconds left. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Because the only thing that could happen right now, potentially, I mean, one of two things could have happened. Either they could have come out and they could have run a play and we could have stopped them. And then they might have gone for like another field goal for 3 more points, or they get a fucking touchdown after you give them an opportunity to rethink what they're doing, to catch their breath, all that shit. You're welcome. I don't know if I did what you wanted me to do. I don't know if I did but you're welcome. So, okay, cool. But yeah, man, like, god damn it. See, God, that shit pisses me off. But see, and the thing that pisses me off, though, actually, even more, actually, is really just the fact that everybody else, like, again, some of the other YouTubers and a lot of the fuckers in the media are gonna like sit there and blame the players or whatever and completely ignore the fact that, like, why would you just randomly at the end of the first half, you have 2 timeouts, there's only 26 seconds left in the game. It's not like you're going to have any time whatsoever to try and move the ball downfield if you could somehow manage to get it back. And then even when they did get it back, there was a few seconds left on the clock. They knelt the ball. So, like, what the fuck? Here comes the second half. The real tank job starts. Yeah. Well, what was my prediction? I said I think it was 31-17. I think 31-17 is what I said. My prediction for Steelers win is what I predicted for this game. So let's see what happens. God fucking damn. That irritates me. We could potentially end up there. Also, too, again, guys, let's make sure we keep our eye out until the trade deadline ends. Until the trade deadline ends tomorrow, sometime tomorrow afternoon, we need to keep an eye out because the Dolphins could not. They could potentially not be done being stupid as fuck trading away our talent. I mean, could you imagine if they, and this is a distinct possibility. It could happen, but imagine the Dolphins end up trading Xavier Howard after this game, right? They kept him out potentially, and this is just a potential theory, and this theory would only come true if they traded Xavier Howard. But they kept him out the past couple games because he had knee soreness. They wanted to make sure he didn't have a major injury just in case they were going to trade him or found a trade partner. Let's also keep in mind that they've also already paid Xavier Howard all of his guaranteed money. So his contract is actually very, very tradable and trade friendly to other teams, right? So they keep him out the past couple games to make sure he stays healthy. Comes in this game. Yes, Mason Rudolph airmailed him that interception, but Xavier Howard playing well, right? Putting on some good film, got, some stats on board, right? I mean, they might have, because they could have, they could have kept him out again if they wanted to, if they didn't think he was ready. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of different theories and ways it could go, but it is going to be interesting to see. Let's see. I honestly didn't really hate that defensive play call. I thought if X was just supposed to guard the outside and the inside, you wish he got the touchdown receiver. I didn't think that was X's fault. Yeah, no, the play call wasn't terrible. I mean, it was a blown coverage though, definitely. It is what it is. The receiver that got open, he didn't have a defensive back on him like he should have. But, at the end of the day, though, I mean, we never even should have given them another opportunity to go back and rethink their play call. Like, that was the problem with that. Let them go up to the line of scrimmage and play again. Why are you calling a timeout? Why aren't we picking up players? It's all about the fire sale. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. All they're doing is just getting rid of. If they're going to keep ripping our hearts out, I hope we do get the number one. Yeah, I mean, that's not really going to be a consolation for me. It's a consolation, but not really one that's worth it. Is this being filmed from a dorm? No, it is not. Although I will say that the bedroom that I live in, my bedroom, is not actually a room. I mean, it is. I live with family right now, and it's a makeshift bedroom made out of like 2x4s and wood panels, thin wood panels and stuff. It's a makeshift room. I built it because we don't have enough bedrooms for all the people that live here. because it's hard times in America and everybody's poor as fuck, including me. It's hard out here. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Westbrook trade in action. Chris Paul returns to Houston, taking on the Rockets. That means Russell Westbrook faces the Thunder for the first time. That headlines a busy night with 11 games in the NBA. We will see you after the Monday night. Now we send it back to Susan. Susan.
Scott, every play is an audition for Mason Rudolph. As Mike Tomlin says, doesn't matter how good he looks in practice. The only way you get your answers is in the stadium. You feel a little bit better now?
I feel a little bit better, although I got it in my left. I think he woke up a little bit, hopefully there before the end of the half. He made a couple nice throws down the sideline, then with pinpoint throws. It's just the consistency. It's just not there, and he sure does seem to be someone who fixates on the rush a little bit. But I'm hoping that he actually shows a little bit better.
Any ball that's not down the sidelines, any ball in the middle just behind you is not the rush is hitting too early. You can see it peeking out the end of the rusher.
Let's see. Fitz looked good. I hated seeing Minka get that. So Fitz has looked all right, right? So that's the thing, right? So the Dolphins team right now is playing decent overall. They're playing well overall. But we have been helped out a decent amount by Pittsburgh mistakes, right? The Xavier Howard interception was a Mason Rudolph mistake more than it was Xavier Howard being in the right place. But credit to him, he had his receiver covered. But it's really, in large part because of the mistakes of the Steelers that the game is where it is right now. As far as Minka goes, from a Dolphins fan perspective, and in this game in particular, obviously, I don't like it because I want us to win. But I am happy for Minka Fitzpatrick that he's doing well because I do like Minka. But yeah, obviously, I mean, it is what it is, one way or the other. That's one of those tough ones for me, right? Because, I'm a Dolphins fan, obviously. And at the end of the day, I want us to win and I want us to not have those mistakes. But I am happy for Minka that he's doing well and he's in a place where I feel like he can be a little bit more competitive than what's going on with us right now. And me looks good, bro. Me too. No wonder the players won out. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that for a while. It's not their fault for wanting to leave this massive dumpster fire of a mess. It's hard out here being a pimp. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to stay on your grind, right? You got to keep it moving. As soon as a player is unhappy, they are gone. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on this trade wire to see if we make any more moves. Cha-cha now, y'all. Oh, yeah. Pepsi commercial. All right, well, I'm ready for the second half, man. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You know what? The last game that I played on my Xbox, I have an Xbox right now. The last game I played on my Xbox, that was a PS4 commercial, though. The last game I played on my Xbox actually is a PlayStation game. Recently, Xbox Activision, the company who made Crash Bandicoot, they did like a remastering of the Crash Bandicoot series, and they released it on Xbox. I imagine they probably released it on PlayStation as well. If, like remastered versions, but that bundle is probably, more Xbox specific. But I got the Crash Bandicoot games, which is fucking awesome. Call of Duty looks like so much fun. Too expensive, yeah. That's how it is, man. Yeah, the last game I played, though, was some Crash Bandicoot. It's dope.
And yet this is our halftime score. Joe Tessitore alongside Booger McFarland. What did you make of the 45-yard touchdown before the half here? You blame it more on what the
Yeah, 45-yard touchdown.
or how some Steelers executed?
Well, I mean, the Steelers had to execute, but I've never seen a team that had the Steelers at 3rd and 20 and run an all-out blitz and play man-to-man coverage. Typically, in that situation, you play a soft zone, throw the ball underneath.
That is a good point. So Booger McFarland is talking about that play design. They did bring a pretty heavy blitz with some man-to-man. He's talking normally you play like a soft zone because it was 3rd and 20. That is a good point. So I was going to say I don't totally hate it just simply because of the fact that it is a little bit of an aggressive approach, and that's not always a bad thing, especially because it was 3rd and long. But you gave them time to drop rethink their play, drop something that obviously worked, and then you play an atypical defense for that situation. Questionable, highly questionable, and it was a 45-yard fucking touchdown. Highly questionable decisions by this coaching staff, and that's the best framing that you can put it in. The other framing is it's intentional, so that way we lose. Take your pick. As Dolphins fans, right? Take your pick.
Trailing the 0-6 Dolphins, a team that has been resetting the roster, and even here in the last 24 hours, you saw the report earlier today.
Even though at the end of the day, I really hope we can maintain in this second half and come out and win this. But it's not even a consolation either. But if we do lose and they do beat us, it would be cool if I could get my score prediction correct. I've never had a score prediction correct ever, like exactly. And I know that's super hard, but nah, I just want to win. I want to win. Come on, we got 2 quarters left, 14-10. But see, that's exactly why I didn't get too excited in the first half, though, because one, it was in large part because of the Steelers' mistakes. That was a good defensive play, loss of a yard maybe on that first down run. But it was in part because of the Steelers' mistakes. Already there's evidence that the coaching staff, in my mind, is attempting to throw this away. Anyway, it's 2nd and 11. Come on, baby. Come on, make sure you guys are lined up right. Come on. That's a first down. God damn it. Come on, baby. Another 15 yards and a first down for the Steelers. Yeah, that was easy. Sam McGraven looked like he slipped a little bit, so he was behind. My score prediction will be correct with opposite teams. That'd be great. If we could end up winning 31-17, that'd be fucking fabulous. I'm not so confident, though. Yeah, see, so like right now some of the reports that I've seen in, like one of them was like, what were the Dolphins thinking sending an all-out blitz on 3rd and 20? And that is a pretty good, point to be made. That was, the more you examine it. Oh, come on. And there goes James Conner. God damn it. which is a good point. Like I said, an atypical play call for that situation right after you gave them time to rethink what they were doing. Fresh in town players plus intentionally bad calls equals tank. Yeah, I mean, fact. I think the coaching has been good for the most part. Yeah, I would agree with you until that little exchange. Until that timeout and that play call, I would say that you're for the most part correct. But no, that really put it into question. Still want the W. Yeah, fuck yeah, I want the W. Hell yeah, I want the W. I mean, the players, see, that's the thing though. Yeah, and then the kneel. Like, why? Why are you going to kneel it? At least take one shot. One shot. You're not even going to attempt it after you just gave up a 45-yard fucking touchdown? Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, no, super question. That whole series, the timeout, the play call, the atypical play call, and then the decision to just kneel it. There's a flag on that play. I will say this. If they are developing and tanking, they are geniuses. Yeah, I don't know about that. What is this flag? And who's it on? Illegal motion on the offense. Lost it down. So they declined the penalty. So it sends it to 3rd and 7. But why wouldn't you, if they convert this 3rd down, then that's a bad call too. And then he had to call a timeout. For what? Why did he call a timeout just then? So what is he doing right now? What the fuck is Brian Flores doing? I disagreed with the timeout with 26 seconds left. It gave them time to fucking rethink their play. Then he calls some weird, crazy fucking he calls an atypical defensive play call after that. Then he decides to just kneel it with a few seconds left in the game, not even attempting to go for anything. And he's been praised for being so aggressive, yet you wouldn't even take a shot there. And then why would you just call that timeout? Well, there you go. They weren't ready. Yeah, see, Mason Rudolph is just not being very accurate and putting the ball where he needs to be. See, that deflection, that was definitely more on Mason Rudolph. If he just would have put that ball a little bit more to his right, to the receiver's left. Yes, he missed it. No good on the field goal attempt, just a little bit wide right. So again, though, Steelers' mistakes are helping us stay in this game. Yeah, I mean, because if you looked at it, Jamal Wiltz just ran right into the fucking receiver. Like, maybe not intentionally, I don't think, but he ran into the receiver, right? The only reason why he deflected that pass is because it hit him in the back. That's weird. It hit him right in the fucking back. If there was better placement on that ball, that could have easily been a first down. Come on, baby. I mean, I'll take it though, man. If that shit helps us get a win. I'm not super confident that it's going to be enough, but if that shit can get us a W, man, I don't want to go 0-16. What do I think about Walton? Real quick, you said forgot to mention I'm not liking Taco. Yeah, I mean, a couple of his sacks were kind of cleanup sacks, or at least one of his sacks was a cleanup sack. He's not really done anything special, you know. I mean, we'll see on him. Let's see. What do I think about Walton? I do like Walton. He is a bright spot. So, I mean, you know, we'll see how that goes. Oh, you are liking Taco. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's got, I think 2 out of his 3 sacks were legit. One of them, definitely, the one that he got on Dak Prescott, I mean, that was all Dak's fault. There was no reason why he should have held on to the ball. He should have thrown that shit. So I don't really, I mean, it's an official sack in the books, but I don't really count that one. He's okay. I mean, he hasn't been doing spectacular. So we'll see how he goes. Like I said, I do like Walton. You think we should draft a running back? Well, like I said, and the more I think about it, Taco is a Ross boy. Yeah. The more I think about it, Chase Young as our first pick, like if we took Chase Young as our top pick, oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick just got drilled. Incomplete to Preston Williams on a deep pass. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I actually would be in favor, I think, of taking Chase Young with our top overall pick, the number 1 overall pick, and then I would take an offensive lineman with the other, or with our second first round pick, and then I would take a skill position player with the 3rd round pick. So either the top rated wide receiver, running back, cornerback, or safety. So I just got an alert that Bobby McCain was held out of the first quarter as discipline for his actions in the Bills game. 3rd and 10 right now. So this Steelers defense is doing their thing, like I said, man. I mean, for the most part, this game is so far going kind of how I saw it. It started off a little bit different and a little bit more exciting than I thought. But, and Ryan Fitzpatrick got drilled again. And it just got intercepted. So that's number 2. Because he just threw it up. He just threw up a prayer. Although, yeah, no, you might as well take that interception and get the stat. Oh, no, and it was Minkah Fitzpatrick. Oh, my God. See, I told you, because he's a baller. Look at that. We were going to end up having to punt that shit anyway. And Minkah's making him look stupid. I fucking told y'all, man. I told y'all. I mean, he has the most sacks and he's young, but he's the best out of all of the bad pass rushers. Out of our bad pass rushers. If any skill position, I say cornerback. Yeah, I mean, I would say probably either safety or safety or running back. Safety or running back would probably be the skill position that I would take, but it just depends on how you rate the players and how they fall on the big board, right? So I would personally rather take an offensive lineman with our first pick, but if the best player in the draft is a defensive lineman, especially a pass rusher, I could be okay with that, and then taking an offensive lineman with our second first-round pick, right? That would be okay because pass rusher is like top 3 need for us. So the top 3 needs for us right now are offensive lineman, pass rusher, and quarterback. So the way I would do it, though, because I would never take a quarterback in rounds 1 or 2, I would wait to get a quarterback later on in the draft. I would actually at this point keep Josh Rosen around. But I mean, at best, he's probably going to be your backup. It's so hard because there's so many holes that they've created on this team that, like, where do you start? I can't deal with this bullshit, man. We should be 21-3. Yeah, I mean, I told y'all, man. I told y'all. All right, that was like a 3-yard gain on that first down run. So, I mean, they are deep in their territory right now, and they got 3 yards on first down. But see, look, I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick is making us look stupid for trading him right now. I said he was going to get 1 pick. He just got his second one. Come on. Come on. See, that was a beautiful pass to Smith-Schuster. But again, Xavier Howard is not on Smith-Schuster. So that's another thing that I'm questioning Brian Flores on. That's the one receiver that they really have, dude. Every single time he makes a catch, X is not on him. But when X is on him and they throw the ball to him, X has defended it. Like, come on, dude. What are you doing? Nah, it's done. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Brian Flores is there's too much shit, bro. There's too much shit. There's too much questionable shit. Like, he's definitely trying to lose these games. And there goes James Conner. Big run. Dude, there is a flag, though. Oh. And Xavier Howard's getting frustrated. He just shoved Conner. I'm telling you, bro. They didn't flag him just now for it, but he's getting frustrated, bro. Xavier Howard just got fucking, I'm telling you. Because now the coaching staff is starting to prove over the past 3 games now, they've started to really prove that they are intentionally trying to lose with bad calls, using players in wrong ways, all that stuff. And so, bad use of timeouts. They're going to lose. They're going to lose these players, bro. Way off subject. It's not way off subject, but I've been talking about it. Tannehill is looking good, and I said that. That was a good play by Eric Rowe. 2nd and 20. Rowe totally got away with a hold on that one. Eric Rowe totally got away with a hold on that one. Come on, D. Got to get a stop, baby. Coming a blitz. God damn it. Why? They just gave up fucking 20 yards on 2nd and 20. Come on. I told you, bruh. I told y'all. Again, I told y'all. Told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. See, Mason Rudolph is starting to get his groove together. I told y'all. James Conner, lots of blocking. Nope, this is it, bruh. Nah, this is done. It's gonna start getting carried away. This is devolving really fast. Come on, guys. Second half tank. Nah, they're tanking throughout the whole thing, man. Brian Flores made sure to do some stupid shit at the end of the first half. There's James Conner again. Another good run. Oh, no, that was not Conner. Oh, no, wait, was it? Or was that Snell? Who is that? Who's 30? Is that Conner or Snell? I bet they don't even talk to the players at halftime. Nah, probably not. Fuck, man. This coaching staff is shitting this shit away, bro. Okay, so 30's Conner. Play action. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's a first down, but it was definitely low on the pass, and he definitely could have gotten a lot more out of that because he probably could have made the first defender miss. Come on, guys. I mean, like, it sucks, man, because I want to, like, I know that the Dolphins players are playing hard, man. You can see it. You can see it in their effort. They do make plays sometimes, but they're just getting, not only are they starting to get worn out at this point, but they're getting demoralized, man, because the coaching staff is proving by their decisions on the field that they are trying to throw games. Like, they are legitimately throwing games. Let's take it back. 2 weeks ago against the Redskins, it's 17-16. You have 6 seconds left on the clock. Why would you go for a 2-point conversion? Because, again, in that game, defenses were winning overall. Ryan Fitzpatrick came in the last quarter of the game and showed a spark, gave the offense life. They just scored 2 touchdowns. And the Redskins were tired. They're not a very good team. They had such a great opportunity to take it into overtime, tie the game, take it into overtime, and win. Either they could have gotten the ball to start, potentially gone down, scored, ended the game, or they could have gotten a defensive stop because they've been doing it all game, right? So going for the 2-point conversion to begin with was questionable. Then instead of having Mark Walton in the game, they put Kenyon Drake in. Mark Walton was the one that practiced the play all week. So their primary defense was, but we practiced that play all week and we felt so good about it. So then why didn't you use the players that you practiced with? That's another first down. So why didn't you practice with the players that or why didn't you use the players that you practiced with? Not to mention that it wouldn't have mattered if Kenyon Drake caught the pass anyway, because there were only 2 blockers for 4 defenders. The play design, the play call itself was garbage. So every single bit of that, when you add it up, it put us in it took our odds from actually being a very winnable game if we went into overtime to us losing by 1 point. And then last week, there was the 3rd and 3 where they called a bunch of, intermediate to long developing routes instead of a hitch and out, slants, a pass to a quick pass out to the flat, something that is going to get you 3 yards. You don't need to pick up 15, 20 yards on that play. Why would you call that kind of play? And there was a 3rd and 12 that was the same thing. The routes, the majority of them were deep routes, like 20, 30 yards down the field. Like, you didn't need to get that. And then in this game, super questionable. Super fucking questionable. And there it is, touchdown. And let me guess, Xavier Howard was not on Smith-Schuster. Nope. Chris Lamons. And he was holding him too. Look, Chris Lamons even could have gotten fucking flagged for a hold. I told you, bro. They are throwing the games, dude. The coaching staff is throwing the games. Why? Smith-Schuster is like their only receiver. Why would you not have Xavier Howard on him? Why do you think Xavier Howard's getting pissed? Because he's being told to line up opposite somebody who is not Smith-Schuster, and then Smith-Schuster is fucking running all over us. I fucking told y'all. Again, I told y'all. I fucking told y'all. But see, look, Daniel, did I not, brother? Did I not tell you to, like, hold up a minute? I told you they were going to find a way to fuck this up. This coaching staff is throwing games. They are intentionally losing games. The evidence is overwhelming. Overwhelming. In the first 4 games we played, the team was so young, so inexperienced, had been purged so much that they weren't even, they weren't competent or anything. We weren't competitive at all. Plus, we played 4 really good teams as well, right? So we weren't even competitive. They didn't even have to attempt to throw the game. But the past 3 games, the players have actually been relatively competitive and pushing it, and the decisions by the coaching staff. But how much do y'all want to make a bet? The majority of people are going to blame this shit on the players. The other Dolphins YouTubers are going to blame this shit on the players. It's set up like that. Flores was the worst thing to happen to the Dolphins. Why isn't Flores getting roasted in the press? Literally the top 3 cornerbacks in the league. What the fuck? Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why, well, first of all, the worst thing to happen to the Dolphins right now is Stephen Ross. Stephen Ross is the problem here, right? He's where that all starts. Now, why isn't Flores getting roasted in the press? Well, there's a couple things. First and foremost, this is exactly what Stephen Ross wanted, right? Stephen Ross told Adam Gase, I want you to tank the 2019 season to get a quarterback. Adam Gase says no. Adam Gase gets fired. In the subsequent search for a coach, it was a main point of interest that the next coach was going to be willing to tank. Brian Flores comes in, clearly acquiesces to that demand. It couldn't be more obvious despite his words otherwise, but to be fair, it's not all his fault. It's also the front office, but at the behest and direction of Stephen Ross. And so that's one of the reasons, right? One of the reasons is because this is exactly what Stephen Ross wanted. So Stephen Ross and the organization are not going to bash it because this is what they want. The press and the NFL, on the other hand, they don't give a shit about it because why? They don't care about the integrity of the game. They do not care about the fact that there is a massive clown show going on right now in Miami. Because they like it, because it does bring coverage. It does bring headlines. It does bring, all that stuff. So, I mean, this shit's crazy, bro, but it's pretty fucking clear that the coaching staff is intentionally trying to throw games. But mark my words, that everybody else is going to just say that the players, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Nobody's going to point out the terrible decisions, really weird, questionable calls that they've done. Well, so now it's 17-14, and Dolphins offense is back on the field, and we get like 2 or 3 yards on that run. There's 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter.
Michigan, but it came into this weekend with 6 takeaways to lead the NFL. 4 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions. And he's at his feet.
Shit's crazy, bro. But I've been saying it. I'm like the only one that's been speaking the real truth about this Dolphins team. Or not the team necessarily, but the organization. Woo! It looks like I got to 200 subscribers. Yeah, baby. Thank you to any of the new subscribers. And that's what's up, man. That's super exciting. We got to 200 now. There we go. Who is that? Oh, yeah, Parker. How did I not know that? I'm wearing Parker's jersey right now. So let's see if this offense can do something.
Quarterbacks do. They don't panic. Yeah, you're down for the first time tonight. What does he do? He comes out, drops back, and throws a nice anticipation throw.
Come on, baby. Let's get some life out of this team real quick. Nah, how much you want to bet Minka gets his 3rd interception? Oh, drop pass by Preston Williams. Come on, boy. You've been doing so much better. He hasn't had that problem recently until that one. Fuck, man. Come on, Preston. You got to hold on to that. Can't do that, Alberto. It's illegal. Plus, I'm watching it on my phone. It's pressure. Fitzpatrick did extend it. There was pressure on him, but it was only like a 4-yard gain, 3rd and 6. Oh, I appreciate you, Jaja. I appreciate you. We do have a running back like we are nonstop throwing. Well, fuck you then, Jaja. Haha. No, I don't care, man. I welcome everybody in my stream. I mean, the game's actually playing out pretty much as I expected it would, especially considering the fact that it's about as clear as day now. Oh, did he get it? Fitzpatrick almost got sacked, and I don't know. I think he might be down. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be a little short. 4th and 1. Yeah, they fucking better go for it. Come on. You guys better go for it. It's 4th and 1. You're on their side of the field. Now's the time to show. There you go. Oh, my God. Okay. Woo. It was a designed run for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But he got it. Whee. Shit, son. Anyway, no, but that's super awesome, though. Fucking hit 200 subscribers, baby. Working my way there. We're building this together, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the past subscribers. Ooh, 201. All the past subscribers, all the new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you. We're going to build this together, man. And this is the only channel that you get the full truth, all the data, all the facts. I mean, that's not 100% fair. The other channels, they do say some factual shit, but like, it's like I said, I like Doug. He's got a good heart. He's just like hella naive, man. And he like, but I mean, I get it. Like, and I got respect that, you know, he's really trying hard to believe in what's going on. But I mean, at this point, like, it couldn't be any more clear that they're literally intentionally trying to throw games, like the coaching staff, right? So, you know, not only is the coaching staff and the front office and Stephen Ross responsible for these losses because of how they designed the team with no leadership or talent or production, right? Strip the team, the fire sale, the roster purchase. Not only that, but they're making clear decisions on the field now that are drastically decreasing the odds of us actually winning. I mean, you are a unique channel compared to the others. I respect what you're doing. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Am I in Miami? I am not in Miami. I live in Southern California, so I'm a little ways away, but I've been a lifelong Dolphins fan. As long as I've been a fan of any team, I've been a Dolphins fan. It's like somewhere between 18 and 20 years now. I was like 10 or 12 years old when I first started watching football, somewhere in there, and I've been a Dolphins fan that whole time. So what's the score right now? It's 17-14 Steelers. Can you name play-by-play? I can't watch the game. I'm trying. There's a lot to talk about, but yeah, I'll try. And I was doing a little better at the beginning of the game. Yeah, let me try and be a little better on that. So it's 17-14 right now. Steelers ball. It looks like they're gonna measure. We have the ball. It was 4th and 1. The ruling on the field was a first down, but the Steelers have challenged it. So we are going to wait and see what the call is. It's super close. It's hard to tell. And so they have to have indisputable evidence that it should be overturned. I mean, this is huge because that was already 4th down. So if they say that it's not a first down, then the Steelers get the ball back. Otherwise, we get a fresh set of downs. And there's 15 minutes left in the game. The 4th quarter is just starting. Overturn that shit. Nah, man. I think it was a first down. That shit looked like it was a first down. And they better not overturn it because it's not close enough. It's not close enough. Stupid. It was a first down, but still overturn it. Yeah. Well, see, at least that's what I appreciate, right? Like I appreciate when fans are truly objective, right? Like, be honest, right? Because it was a first down. But like at the same time, that offensive pass interference on Deontay Thompson earlier, nah, I thought that was a bullshit call. But the call on the field was an offensive pass interference, and it wasn't enough to overturn it. So, the second call was correct, having it stand, but
on the field they rolled it a first down. Yeah, they did. I get that the line feed from the initial get.
it was just taking forever. What the fuck?
But man, I like this is that left leg down and the ball being about a half a yard shy. That's how I see it. Now, under that monitor, he wants a shot right down the line to make a change. Here it is again.
Knees down. Oh, no, it does look short.
And then cameras, feels like it's short.
I can't, man, because my channel will get taken down. I love Minka. Fuck! They're going to measure it, but it does look it on that last replay. It actually does look like he was short of the first down. Fuck! Fuck! Yeah, it does look short on the replay. I ain't going to lie. It looked like his knee hit the ground and his ball and the ball was a little bit behind. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell from the replay because the superimposed yellow line is not exactly 100% accurate. So that's why they're going to measure it. But the spot has changed. That is definitive. The spot has changed, and now they are going to measure it. So here comes the change. Come on, baby! First down! Let me get that shit. Mike Tomlin doesn't look happy. Like it's like they didn't move it enough or something. Come on, baby. Let me get that first. Yeah, this shit is taking so long. Why? Yeah, so come on. I'm a Seahawks fan, but I want the Dolphins to win because I don't like when people make fun of bad teams because they're going to be great in 5 to 10 years. Well, I personally don't think that this is going to work. I think that this whole tanking job is going to be a massive failure and backfire, personally, as a Dolphins fan. But I appreciate that. And I definitely know what it feels like to be a Browns fan now. Let's see. Come on, baby. Let me get it. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Fuck. Well, there you go. Pittsburgh gets it. So it is overturned. God damn it. Feel like the Bengals are trying to steal Tua? Maybe. But I've said for a long time, or for a while now, maybe not a long time, but I've said for a while now, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that wants to look at Brian Flores like being fake pissed off right now. He's saying in his head, like he's screaming at the ref right now, but he's saying in his head, thank God. Thank God. I guarantee it. He's like, thank God. You're giving me a break here so I don't have to make another blatantly obvious decision that is going to be detrimental to my own team. You're helping me out here so I don't have to make another bad call that's obvious as fuck. Anyway, but yeah, I wouldn't take a quarterback in rounds 1 or 2 ever. I would take a quarterback every year in round 3 or later. And not to mention Tua Tagovailoa is a smaller quarterback that's got injury issues, and we don't have an offensive line, so the duck goat should have played. Not sure what that means. That was a decent run stuff there. They got like a yard. The third quarter is about to end. Wait. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Delvin Hodges. Oh. Herbert, another third quarter break. I guess it was because of all that nonsense that just happened. So, okay, so the third quarter is now ended yet again. Seahawks have been great, but I'm a Lakers fan. Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan too. They went 17-65 2 years ago, and they are a top team now. Yeah, but here's the thing, dude, right? So that's another thing, right? People keep saying that tanking works. But the examples that people give are basketball and baseball. Those sports are way different than football. Let me give you some examples. The drafts are designed way differently, right? Player contracts are designed way differently. Football is a far, far, far more violent sport. Um, um, in baseball and basketball, you have way more games over the course of a season, right? Where there's only 16 games in a football season. In basketball is a sport where you can get one guy and he can change your entire team. Football is not like that. That's why I do not subscribe to the philosophy that all you need is a franchise quarterback. That's crazy. Football is the ultimate team sport. So, but even in basketball and baseball, there are examples of teams that tanked, and still didn't end up making it, right? The Astros, I think, are an example of I can't remember. I don't want to get my facts wrong. But anyway, I think the Astros did do it and do it successfully. Anyway, not the point, because I don't want to get my facts wrong. But there were teams that did it and failed at it. And then there were some teams that did it and do it right. But in the NFL, there's no real – that's another first down. There's no real examples in the NFL of teams that have intentionally lost games and designed their team to be as super bad as possible and, just completely like jettison all of their top talent and so on and so forth. You don't really have any NFL examples to go off of to show that there are successes, right? The closest example that you have is the Browns, right? But the Browns are proving that the tank philosophy doesn't work. And also, not only that, look, I mean, they're just running all over us now, right? And so not only that, but I read an article, and it was in one of my videos, that out of all the teams in the past couple decades that have gone 1-15 or 0-16 on the season have historically taken 3.5 years just to get back to the playoffs. 7.5 years and counting to get a playoff victory. So if you're talking about sustained success, because that's what you would consider. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man. The Browns are the team that can't win with a stacked roster because tanking doesn't actually work, man. Not in the NFL. I know this year in the NBA, the Knicks had the worst record and got the 3rd pick. Flag on the Steelers, backs them up a little bit. Yeah, let me do a little better though. Let me focus a little bit more on the play-by-play. So it's 13 minutes and 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Steelers have the ball. They're up 17-14. It's first and 20, excuse me, because they just had a penalty. So now it's 1st and 20. But they are on the Dolphins side of the field on the 37. Deep pass. Pass interference, yep. But see, Ryan Lewis on Smith-Schuster and gets a penalty. Yeah, true. I also want to say I'm only watching for score. You're a great YouTuber. I'm going to keep watching you because you always respond to comments. Oh, thanks. I try and respond to as much as I possibly can, as long as it's good, respectful conversation and people aren't like going out of their way and being fucking dicks. God damn it, man. See, they should have had X on. But look, X is not even in the game. Yeah. And he doesn't have his helmet either. That's actually concerning. Would have been a pick if it was X. Holy shit. Yeah. 1st and 10 on the Dolphins, 13, 14. Mason Rudolph passes down to like the 5 or the 4. And see, Smith-Schuster is just all over the place now. None of these other None of these other corners can cover him, bro. I told y'all, son. I told y'all. Second and 1. Come on, man. Oh, no, hell no. Yeah. No, that's a fucking delay game. Yep, delay game. 5-yard penalty. Second and 6 now. Come on. We officially have a logo. Come on, man. Hold them. Come on. Second and 6. Oh, I have James Conner do good, but I'm a Dolphins fan too. God damn it. Touchdown. 23-14. I told y'all, man. Yet again. So it's gonna be yet another week. It's gonna be it's not a fumble. It's not a fumble because the ball crossed the plane before it came out. Right there. Just enough. They're gonna look at it, yeah, but that's definitely a touchdown. Yeah, man. I've been telling y'all, and it's gonna be yet another week where I'm gonna be like, I told you so, because I mean it's clear, bro. It's clear. And Brian Flores is gonna full on lose this locker room. Watch, because this Dolphins this coaching staff is proven. In my perspective, people can try and argue it if they want to, but from my perspective, Brian Flores and this coaching staff has made it abundantly clear that they are throwing games on purpose with decisions that they have made on field. The past three games. No, it's not even. Brian Flores is a symptom of Stephen Ross's ineptitude. Stephen Ross, our owner, is the problem with this team. He needs to go, and then they need to clear house and start over with. I feel you, bro. Can't call myself a Lions fan, but I live in Detroit, and I understand the frustration. Yeah, I mean, I've been a Dolphins fan that has been highly critical and in disagreement with almost everything that this regime has done since the firing of Adam Gase. Because I really did think that this year we were going to be on the verge of really pushing for some, good postseason action. All they had to do was give Adam Gase another year, another draft, and let the team get healthy. Last year, the only reason why we ended up as bad as we were is because the injuries were just too much. And the year before that was just a slew of crazy random things that happened that we couldn't control. Y'all have bad coaches, need a new owner. Yeah, no, for us, the Dolphins ownership is where it starts. Stephen Ross look, I mean, has he done wonderful things in the community in South Florida? Yes. Did he pay for the stadium out of his own money? Yes. Does he deserve credit for those things? Absolutely. But he's also proven that he is absolutely incapable of making sound, positive, good decisions for the football team. He can't do it. He just can't do it. And I really I was getting close to being done with Stephen Ross, and then he hired Adam Gase, and I I was really encouraged by that, and I thought that things were trending up in the past, in Gase's 3 years, despite all the crazy bullshit adversity we faced. And then, so I was giving Stephen Ross the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, you made a good choice, and then he fired him prematurely. Let's see, we need Dan Marino and Ricky Williams back. That would be nice. Ricky Williams is still today one of my favorite players. It's not Tomlin's fault that the Steelers suck. It's because the team doesn't know how to work together. Yeah, I mean, look, the Steelers are one of those teams that are always like in contention. They always are like, but they're always like one major thing away from like having a bad season too. Like, Big Ben not being there and AB and Le'Veon Bell and so on and so forth, whatever. But the Steelers are like, I think Mike Tomlin's a good coach. I just think his style is maybe a little antiquated. Like, I think he's a little bit, because I don't know. Come on, boys. All right, it's 24-14 Steelers with 11:47 left in the game. Dolphins ball. What do you have Seahawks finishing this year? I hope you're not asking me. I have no idea. You remember Ronnie Brown? Yeah, I really liked him too. All right, come on, guys. 2nd and 3. Let's go. Come on. First down. There we go. This is Fitzmagic without magic. Fitz tragic is what you're looking for there. Fitz tragic. Yes, sir. Who we play next? Steelers. Yes, you go Steelers. Yep. Steelers are a way better team. I mean, every team is a better team than the Dolphins right now. That's a fact. But again, that's the design. Those were the orders from Stephen Ross. And a false start on us. Nice. Yeah, baby, let's make this worse. See, now the young players, the young inexperienced players are starting to get jumpy and shit like that. They see the game unraveling before their eyes. Now it's 1st and 15. I told y'all, man. Steelers fan about 10 years. Yeah, my sister's a Steelers fan, so I like our uniforms personally, but oi. And like not much there at all, maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards for Walton. So it's now like, let's run the rest of the game. Yeah. I mean, it's done. It's done at this point, man. This is pretty much it. I mean, there's still a decent amount of time left, but I mean, if you've been watching this game, it's pretty much a wrap. The only question is what the final score is going to be. But like I said, and it's like I told y'all in my prediction video, this game is going to be dictated mostly by the Steelers offense. It stayed close, and we got our first 14 points because of Steelers' mistakes. And then, the Steelers' offense started putting it together. Their defense is playing really well. And the Dolphins coaching staff is throwing games. So there you go. As you said, bro, they're tanking, throwing the whole season. They are. Steelers weren't. It's 3rd and 13. Steelers call a timeout.
Talk about Brian Flores, struggles and everything he's had to deal with this year. Roster resets it here at 0-6. But some legendary coaches got off to these rough starts. Lost his first 10. Jimmy Johnson lost his first 8. Stephen Walsh lost his first 7. And remember Chuck Noll before the 370s dynasty here, folks.
See, dude, they're trying super hard to defend Brian Flores. They're like, oh, he's had so much to deal with this whole reset. Yeah, but it's their choice. They made those decisions. I can't stand when people try and defend this organization and be like, oh, but look at what they have to deal with on the field. It was their choice. They made this decision. Like, fuck out of here. It's a stupid ass fucking Dolphins 1-5 on third downs. That's it. I thought it seemed like we were worse than that, but let's see. What do you think makes the playoffs out of the 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams? 49ers, I'm pretty sure are definitely going to make it. Nice. There we go. There was a little Fitz magic. Yeah, sure. A little spark of Fitz magic. Well, you got Seahawks going. It's not Flores' choice. Nah, Flores has a lot of say. Like, if you think Flores doesn't have any say in this roster or anything like that, nah, he's got a lot of say. He's part of it. He's part of the tanking, 100%. And a lot of these decisions on field have made that clear too. So, ooh, fancy. Oh, he fumbled. Well, there it goes. And they get the ball. Told you, bruh. Nah, it's going to be an 0-16 season, man, because this coaching staff is making sure that we lose games. Bengals 0-16. Nah, the Bengals are going to beat us. The Bengals are going to beat us this season, so they might get a win, or they might only get one win, but it's going to be on us for sure.
She wanted a roommate who could help with the cooking, but she wanted someone who loves cats, so we got Chris Walton.
What the fuck? Yeah. It's just like I said, man. Just like I said. So we're actually getting really close. Well, not because, like, okay, so that's the thing, right? So you say, like, if we're really throwing the season that bad, just play Rosen. Rosen has been bad, but Fitzpatrick has also been really bad. He's thrown 2 interceptions in this game. He threw 2 pick sixes in a game earlier this season. He was the quarterback that started the season when we got demolished 59-10 in our first game against the Ravens and 43-0 against the Patriots. So again, it's not even so much about the quarterback, although except for the fact that that's why I said that I would prefer to have Ryan Tannehill, because he's half the age. He's got a ton of Dolphins records. He's got an NFL record. He's had damn good production over the course of his entire season. He's a good leader. He's all of that stuff. He's the guy you should have brought or kept there to be your starting quarterback, and they should have picked up Will Grier in round 3. But they got rid of Ryan Tannehill, the proven, steady, consistent veteran, for a super shaky, hit or miss quarterback. And then they brought in Rosen, who last year in Arizona, we saw what he did behind an offensive line. And then they gutted the rest of the team to ensure that the pieces that they had to work with were going to be massively inadequate. And so, it doesn't matter which quarterback is back there. Win, lose, or draw, I'm still a Dolphins fan. Yeah, I'm a Dolphins fan without question, no matter what. But that's why I want to see the change in this organization that needs to happen. Stephen Ross needs to sell the team. That's why I started a petition, and it's a petition that I'm trying to get the fan base to get on board with, so we can pressure Stephen Ross to sell the team. He's never going to do it on his own. He's too stubborn. He doesn't want to die or whatever, being this terrible. So he's never going to do it on his own. The NFL's obviously not going to hold him accountable. So So another penalty on the Steelers. That's funny. Yeah, he's got a gang of turf in his mask. But anyway, I do not live in Miami. I live in Southern California. Steelers for life, but I don't know if we're making the playoffs. You might, man. You might, because you have the Steelers' schedule going forward is not that tough. You guys might be able to swing a wild card position. Someone made a video about how everyone around Josh Rosen is terrible. For the most part, but Josh Rosen hasn't played well either. So it's both. Ooh, just a little too far for Schuster. At least you can get Chase Young. I actually would like Chase Young, but they're not going to take him. They're going to take a quarterback. Can you shout my youth football 12U Benson Bruins? They are number 1 in my state, Washington, and top 10 USA. Well, there you go. Shout out to your youth football team for being like dope as fuck. That's what's up, man. Are you a coach or are you a player? Did you play on that team or did you coach that team? I'm guessing you played since your name is that one kid. There is a possibility y'all could get a wild card. Another deep shot. Oh, just barely overthrown again. James Washington. Player. Yeah. Cool, man. That's what's up. Congratulations. That's dope. 3rd and 20. Yeah, we don't have an O-line for shit. Can you shout out the Steelers? They're beating the Dolphins. Yeah. Sure. I'm a corner and a wide receiver. That's what's up, man. What are you going to – I mean, what do you want to like specialize in when you get to like college and shit? It's good to have diversity and versatility, especially on different sides of the ball. But obviously, you'll probably want to like hone in on one thing. We always have those over starts to the season. Why? Hopefully, I'll get Tua. I don't want. Well, again, I personally would never take a quarterback in rounds 1 or 2. I would take one every single year in round 3 or later, depending on the need. But with the current state of this team and the way that the roster is built, Tua is gonna get murdered behind a non-existent offensive line. He's already a smaller quarterback with some health concerns, and so I do not want to see Tua behind this offensive line. It's going to be nasty. And the Dolphins think that, this is what I'm guessing they're thinking. They're thinking, based off of what they said, they're thinking they can get Tua Tagovailoa with the number 1 pick. They're thinking that they can get 1 offensive lineman in the draft. And they're thinking that they can get like 2 massively overpriced free agents, because they said that they were going to be super aggressive in free agency and think that that's going to fix everything. But no, that's going to start them on the path to having bad cap space. It's going to be nowhere near adequate. Your quarterback's going to get mauled. But I mean, I've been saying all the shit that I've been saying for the past several months, and I've been, right time and time again this far. So we'll see how all of that shit turns out. That's still a little ways away and not set in stone yet. The Dolphins are not winning. No, it's 24-14. Steelers lead. 24-14 Steelers. Come on, man. This is turning out pretty much how I expected, though. The Dolphins going to trade. Look, man, there is a distinct possibility that could happen. The deadline is tomorrow, and he's put out some good film, blah, blah, blah. Playing in semifinals this Sunday. That's what's up, man. I wish you luck. They don't like having good players this year. Yeah. Well, I honestly, I mean, this close, I think it's probably pretty unlikely that they're going to trade Xavier Howard, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. It still definitely could happen. Who has the ball? We just got the ball. The Steelers just punted it, and we have like 8 minutes left in the game or something like that. I'll let you know when the game comes back. It's on commercial right now. It's not the coaches. The players are not performing good because they're not really that good. I mean, well, see, like I said, people are going to blame the players. It's not the players' fault. It's the front office, the owner, and the coaching staff. They designed this team to be low talented, proven production, all of that stuff, right? Low talent. They designed this team to be this way, but they are also clearly making calls on the field that are setting us up for disaster. When he got that interception, that's when the Dolphins knew they were trading him. Fitzpatrick just got sacked. And it's a turnover because apparently it was a strip sack. They can't play together. Turnovers, holding calls is on the players. Yes, but it's the coaching staff in the front office that intentionally made sure that this team was filled with young, inexperienced players. When you have a team that is full of nothing but young and inexperienced players, of course you're going to get those mistakes. Of course you're going to get those fuck-ups. But that is part of the design by this front office and this organization. That is part of the design. Let's see. I need Walton to please score this drive, and I'll win a lot of money on FanDuel. Yes. Wow. I wish you luck, and I would love Preston Williams Mark Walton to score, but that's not going to happen with the way that this is going. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that, Matthew, but okay. If you say so. I mean, I've been predicting shit left and right this season, so. And it's a confirmed fumble, so that's another turnover. There you go. Steelers are about to put up another one. I told y'all, man. It was like a 3-yard gain. O-line is getting bullied. Yep, I forgot a lot of our key players are injured. But that's another thing too, man. Like if you look, and I said this at the beginning of the season, the defense was going to be on the field too much, and then they were going to start getting hurt. That's also on the fucking coaching staff in the front office because they have intentionally put a team that is so inept, so inexperienced that they're having these massive failures across the board. And then on top of that, they're making, at best, the best framing you can give it. They are making highly questionable calls, putting this team in positions to fail when they could win. And so, they are getting these guys hurt for absolutely nothing. 2nd and 7. It's now like 3rd and 6. I'm a Texan fan. We just trying to make it. The Texans are going to make the playoffs. I'm talking about Steelers, by the way. Hilton is out.
It's a trifecta to get off. The inside move, the sack, the fumble, the recovery. That's like the Holy Trinity, y'all. You get this, and then you slide. That's the thing now. Everybody wants to take the picture.
Oh, man. Nah, the Steelers, it's 24-14 right now, but it's 3rd and 6. Steelers are in the red zone. Now, the Steelers are not trash. They have a really good defense. They are, missing some offensive firepower, but if they had Big Ben, then they would have been fine. Come on, at least fucking At least get a stop here and hold him to a fucking field goal, for fuck's sake.
Watch with the Texans. TJ's here in Pittsburgh. He said to us, not everybody has the perspective.
Well, there's definitely going to be a lot to talk about in the post-game analysis. Hold them to score. Hold them to 2-score game. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but nice. There you go. That was a good tackle for a loss. I think the Dolphins should try getting Devontae Parker involved. I mean, he's got a couple catches, but you know, definitely not even close to enough. So. Oh, yeah, that sucks, though, that J.J. Watt got injured. But, I mean, honestly, it's not really that surprising. It's a shitty injury, but, I mean, he's been hurt a lot. And now it's 27-14 Steelers after the Steelers field goal. Well, you might be a number 1 pick depending on what – the Bengals are going to beat us, bro. I'm telling you, we're going to go 0-16. Why? Because the front office, the coaching staff, and the ownership of the Dolphins have decided to systematically design this team to be as bad as possible. And then they, in the past 3 games, the games in which we've been relatively competitive, they have clearly made decisions that have cost us games and that have made the probability of us winning go down. It's clear. It's clear as fucking day. Watson is carrying us this year. Yeah, Watson's a beast, man. I mean, y'all got – honestly, the biggest problem with the Texans is Bill O'Brien. They need to get a new head coach. The Bengals will steal the player you want. They do it to us almost every year. No, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, this – hear me now, quote me later. This front office and coaching staff, like, I think at this point, one of the best – like, the Bengals and the Jets. We play the Jets twice still. Those games could be winnable, but I bet you anything that if they end up being close, there's going to be more massively questionable calls by this coaching staff that further proves that they are intentionally trying to throw games. Well, you would know more. This only Dolphin game I watched all year. I'm a Vikings fan. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, Brian, I've been saying it. I've been saying it fucking since the start of this whole thing. Who got for MVP? I got Russ. Good channel, bro. Hats off to you, diehard Dolphins fan. I appreciate it, man. Me too, diehard. I want to see this done right, and I think this entire approach is abhorrent. It's fucked up. And I don't agree with it at all. I do not agree with Stephen Ross and his approach. Forgot about the Dolphins-Redskins game. Telling you, bruh. I can't wait, too. Look, whoever called the play needs fired or cut. I cannot wait. Why don't you trade before the deadline? Are you guys throwing the season? Well, they are throwing the season, and they just traded a running back, and they still could trade somebody. I mean, shit, Xavier Howard doesn't have his helmet anymore. He was visibly upset earlier on the field and pushed a guy. Maybe Xavier Howard asks to be traded. I mean, they have a very small window to do it, but Bill O'Brien got to go. Yeah, I don't like Bill O'Brien. The Dolphins helped us out with Laramie Tunsil and the rookie tackle Titus Howard. Yeah, I mean, I know Tunsil's having a good year for y'all because Laramie Tunsil is a generational talent. The first-round pick you guys gave us is not comparable to Laramie Tunsil. So, nah, we ain't beat. Dude, are you serious? Did you see how they spanked us 43-0 in Miami? You think we're going to beat the Patriots in Foxborough? That's crazy, bruh. Nah, I'm sorry. That's wild. That's wild. Jets next week, maybe a W? Yeah, potentially, especially because I think I think it might be in Miami. I think the game next week is against or is in Miami, so maybe decent run there by Mark Walton. It's 1st and 10, 5 minutes left in the game, 27-14 Steelers. Xavier Howard probably has decent value. Yeah, he's got great value. He's a fucking elite corner. And again, the Dolphins have already paid him all of his guaranteed money for his contract. His contract is super tradable. Ryan Fitzpatrick on the run. Cross midfield. It's like 2nd and 1 or 2 now. We're going to score and lose the onside kick. Do you guys think you can beat Ohio State right now? The Dolphins? Now we can't. We probably couldn't beat a fucking college team. Certainly not with the way that the fucking coaching staff is throwing games. There we go. See, Parker got a catch. We're out. Patriots going to the Super Bowl again. No, honestly, one of my biggest fears, though, for this season is that not only do we go 0-16 and end up being one of the worst teams that ever existed in NFL history, but that the Patriots go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. If those two things happen simultaneously this season, then Stephen Ross absolutely has to go because he'd be partly responsible for it. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. He does have decent age, and like you said, he's elite. I mean, Parker and Williams are studs, but don't get the ball enough. I hate the Patriots. I hate the Patriots too. Preston is a wonderful young receiver, but nope. 3rd and 7 now. Fuck, man. I'm telling you, man, the Patriots, I mean, not the Steelers, they actually have a chance, man. They could string some wins together. And my favorite Dolphin, Dan Marino's great. I like Ricky Williams, Jason Taylor, of course, Zach Thomas. Oh, nearly picked off. 4th and 7. They're going to go for it. Dolphins have a chance that they can pick it every play on the. Yeah, that was just too high for Gesicki. He's a beast, but he can't go that high. He's got a good vertical, but not that high. I think there was a rumor that the Dolphins were trading Darius Slay. I haven't seen anything about that. I haven't seen anything about it, but it's 4th and 7, so let's see if we convert. Idiots should take the field goal. Nope, and Fitzpatrick is sacked. Yeah, but no. Why would you take the points? They're trying to lose. Why would they take the points? Slay going to Eagles, big dog, maybe. No, why would they go for the field goal and try and get points and close the gap and then trying for an onside kick? Why would they do that? Nah, you might as well go for it so you can get a turnover on downs and just give the Steelers the ball. And they have 2 minutes and 57 seconds left. They got the 2-minute warning. They got 2 timeouts. They can take their time. Yeah, dude, like I said, man, this coaching staff is clearly trying to throw games. I mean, like, to me, it's not even arguable at this point. But there's going to be people out there that are going to continue to try and defend Flores and the Dolphins and what this organization is doing. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you guys did steal Minka, right? See, that's the thing. The Steelers stole Minka Fitzpatrick. The first-round pick we got for him is not worth it. The first round pick we got for Laramie Tunsil's not worth it. Dolphins, rest in peace. They need to be better and save their money for a great player. Nah, they already made it clear they're going to be big spenders in free agency, but that's the exact opposite of what I want. They need to build through the draft, build smartly, but they're not going to do that. Yep, and now it's going to be like 3rd and 1. Why would he take a timeout? See, again, though, why would you take a timeout there? He just used our last timeout. Why? You don't have a chance. Like, you have almost no chance at this point to come back. It's 3rd and 1. They're most likely going to get it. You called it right before the 2-minute warning. So now you just gave them a free timeout. Bro, I don't know how you can watch this and be like, yeah, no, they're not trying to throw games. Why would you give them that? That was a free timeout to the Steelers. They already had 2 and the 2-minute warning. Plus, they got a second put back on the clock. It's 3rd and 1. They could quarterback sneak this shit and get it. Like, are you stupid? But again, even more evidence. This game has so much evidence in it. Not even taking into account the previous 2 games, but there's so much evidence. And I mean, that was a solid defensive effort. So it's 4th and 1, but still, what's the point in giving them extra chances and extra time? Why would you do that? It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't people really got to stop trying to defend this because it's clear as day, bro. It's clear as day. They are intentionally throwing games by making just the worst decisions. Why would you call that timeout and give them extra fucking chances, extra time? You're not going to give yourself any more fucking time. That's going to be the argument. They'll be like, oh, well, he just wanted to try and give himself as much time to, when they hopefully get the ball back. Bruh, even if you make them punt, which is likely, they'll probably punt here, even though it's 4th and 1, they could easily, do a sneak or something like that and get it. But like, I mean, it's so obvious, dude. It's so obvious at this point. Clear as fucking day. And it's 3 consecutive games now, too. It's not like one-off shit. 3 consecutive games. There have been massively questionable decisions that have cost us the game. This is Walton last chance to score. Nah. I mean, that shit ain't likely. NBA teams tank even worse. Yeah, but in the NFL or in the NBA, it's something that actually could work. Because one player actually can make a big enough impact on an NBA team, to justify it. All right, let's see what happens. It's 4th and 1 coming out of this commercial break. The 2-minute warning. What type of back is Walton? I mean, I guess you could say a little bit of like a all-around back. I mean, he's a little bit smaller, speedier. I'm not sure exactly where the ball is, like what yard line, but they're about to punt the Steelers. It looks like Penn State could beat them because Penn is 6-0, Miami is 0-6. Yeah, about to be 0-7. Come on. All right, so they did punt it. Am I right? Yeah, I mean, they probably could beat us. I cannot show the game at all. I mean, it's almost over, but I still don't want my channel taken down. It's not cool. You know damn well any NFL team would stop Penn State. Nah, I'm not sure the Dolphins could beat a fucking Division I team. Damn, what the fuck? Looks like James Conner got maybe a minor injury or some kind of injury. Dolphins is one good coaching staff on offensive line and quarterback away from being good. I add owner and front office to that. All you got to do is change the title. Come on. What are you going to do with this minute 50 seconds? Oh, you're going to throw a pick six almost? Nice. That screen was almost a pick six. Well, this is turning out pretty much like I expected it to. Looks like I'm going to be a little bit off. Damn, I needed that screen to work. Damn, you think the Dolphins are that bad? When you take into account that the fact that the coaching staff is clearly throwing games, yeah, I think that they're that bad. I don't know how you have 205 subs, but I think you're way better than that, like, for real. Oh, thanks. Am I at 205? Because I was at 201 earlier, and I started the day at 198. So if I'm at 205, then awesome. That's cool, and I appreciate all the new subs. All right. Well, Ryan Fitzpatrick just ran for a first down, so that's cool. And I appreciate that, man. I do my best. I mean, I've only been doing this channel now for like a year. This is my second season doing it, so I'm still pretty new about it. Shout out. What's up, man? Bijou Mike. New sub. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Tremont. Come on, man. Minute and 13 left. And, oh, Fitzpatrick just fumbled the ball. I'm pretty sure that's a Steelers ball. Sub to unthinkable vlogs. He has my face. Man, that was weird. No, it looked like Dieter caught the ball, but then there was a fight for it. The Dolphins don't have any more timeouts. Brian Flores just wasted our last timeout for no reason.
So they're really to pass, and since the lineman intentionally catches the ball, that's illegal touching of a pass, and they ruled progress, so the play was over.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm a Cleveland fan. I'm sad. Yeah, I hear you, man. And Fitzpatrick got sacked. Yep, and that's going to be probably the end of it. Golly, bruh. Well, that was a disaster, as I figured it probably would be. My streams are lit. I appreciate it, brother. Good game. Well, I won 25. If Walton scored it, I would have won 17K. Oh, shit. Well, at least you still won money and you didn't lose any. Are we fools for cheering for them at this point? Nah, look, you should cheer for the team, right? You should always root for the Dolphins to win. You should be mad at the ownership and the front office and the coaching staff for doing this. At least we're not the worst best stream. Well, all right. So, I mean, that's the end of it. It's 27-14. Steelers win. I was a little bit off in my score prediction, but not by much. It ended pretty much as I would have expected it to for the most part. I was right in my prediction that Minkah Fitzpatrick was going to get an interception, but in fact, he got 2. Let's see. We lost by 13 points, so we did manage to cover the spread, but just barely, as I had predicted. And then also, I predicted that this game was going to either stay close or get carried away, depending on how the Steelers' offense played. And the only reason why this game was really as close as it was because the Steelers' offense played pretty bad at the very beginning of the game. So, I mean, it looks like I was pretty much right on all accounts there. It also looked like the Steelers were able to, do well against us defensively. Take it easy, man. It's M-Dog. Yeah, I do a live reaction stream every game. Hell no, I don't do no 24-hour stream. What's wrong with you? Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy, bro. Anyway, no, but I do a live reaction stream every game day. So, next Sunday against the Jets. Yeah. Anyway, so, I mean, I was pretty damn close in my prediction for the in my prediction video. So it looks like my post-game analysis video is going to be pretty similar to my prediction video since I was pretty close. Yeah, I know. Since I was pretty close there. Yeah, and so we got the Jets next week. I want to say it's in Miami. So I'm pretty sure it's a home game for us. I mean, I definitely later on, M-Dog, I definitely think the Bengals are going to beat us. I hope we get a win too, man. I mean, the games that I think we could have possibly a chance to win would be the 2 Jets games or the Bengals game going forward. But I think, to me, it's clear enough at this point that the coaching staff is intentionally losing games. And I'm going to definitely go into that in detail in my post-game analysis video. Yeah. Anyway. So let's see. What time is it? I mean, it's 8:30 here. Yeah, I mean, I hope we can squeeze a win somewhere. I really do not want to be 0-16 or, we're fast on pace to be the worst team in NFL history still. So that sucks. Yeah, but I hope we can get a win somewhere. I'm not confident with the way that this team has been designed and with the decisions, the clear, blatant on-field decisions. And so it's going to be a long second half of the season there, Dolphins fans. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. Yeah, man, it was definitely a pleasure, Daniel. Thank you for coming and joining in on the chat and stuff. I appreciate it. And definitely drop in anytime, man. It was good chatting with you, and congratulations on the win. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm not 100% sure if I'll do my post-game analysis video tonight or not. I want to switch gears a little bit, and I might watch a movie or something so I can take my mind off the good night, brother. This shit loss. And Yeah. Anyway, I'm hungry too. I want to get some food. So I'm a bounce. I'm gonna get up out of here. If I don't make my post-game analysis video tonight, then obviously I will make it tomorrow for sure. But I might still make it tonight. I'll wait and see how I feel in a little bit. So either way, keep an eye out for that. It'll be up tomorrow no matter what. I appreciate everybody that joined in the chat. Steelers fans, Seahawks fans were up in here. Fans of different teams. Everybody's welcome. Obviously, as long as we keep it civil up in here. Shit talking is fine. Obviously, just don't cross certain boundaries. Appreciate everybody that subscribed, all the new subscribers. We crossed 200 subscribers today. So thank you for everybody that was already a subscriber, all the new subscribers. Let's keep building this. And, hopefully by the end of the season, man, we can get this channel to 1,000. That would be awesome. And obviously once I get there, then we can do bigger and better things with this channel. Yeah, I don't mind if Patriots fans get in here, man, as long as everything's respectful and stuff like that. So, yeah, like I said, shit talking is loud as long as it's respectful. All right, guys, like I said, I appreciate everybody up in here. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. And definitely join me next week for the Dolphins Jets game. And so we'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Have a good night.